Danielira.
hello.
Danielira and Chilirili.
And Chirilla, but you can't see Chirilla.
I don't know.
Chili Beanie, you can't
Chili
see.
Manili.
Chili Banili?
Mm,
Manili, you said?
I don't know.
Sobre Manili?
Chili Manila.
Manili envelope?
Yeah.
Is it a thing in English?
No.
Manila? Sobre
No,
Manila?
no. Manila, Philippines. But
No, but I'm talking about sobre Manila.
no.
Which, by the way,
Brown, just a brown
yeah,
envelope.
is it the material? Why do we say sobre Manila?
You know that
Let's
I don't
Google.
even know what that is, Manila.
Sobre de Look, I googled sobre de.
Yeah,
First
I mean,
thing,
it's the
sobre
only thing.
Manila.
Yeah, it's the only thing. Okay.
And now, yeah, our voice assistant thing.
Google is
says-
taking over.
I'm gonna do the direct translation.
Okay.
Even though its name can seem weird,
Yeah.
that
Maybe
That
Manila
envelope
Maybe Manila
type-
envelope.
Manila
Yeah.
comes from abaca, which is a plant native from the Philippines.
Oh, no way. So it
That's-
is all tied?
It is all tied.
Oh my God. So yeah. No, as soon as I said Manila envelope, yeah, that's something that people used to say, I guess.
No, I still
Well,
say
we
it.
are, well,
I mean, if I go to buy
any store.
envelope, I always
Yeah.
say, can I have
Any
a
small
sobre
store
de
here.
Manila?
Yeah. No. That's part of our language.
And sometimes you
wonder if
even
it's
get a
still-
white one, which is not sobre de Manila, but it's just how we call
Yeah.
it. So,
I wonder,
it says-
do you think it's still, like, if you get that envelope,
is it
it's
still
produced-
made of?
It is a Philippine product?
Maybe. Because it says, visually, it is very similar to a plantain, and it's used specifically for the textile and paper industry.
Wow.
So,
Look at that.
yeah.
You know? We should stop the video.
Yeah.
Just
I
so
mean,
that it could only be academic.
yeah. And like
That
a
is-
very,
Yeah, that was
very
worth
cool
it.
information. Not
That was
what's-
worth it. You know, if you
Yeah,
if
so
you-
this is the great part of the live stream. Now we're going to go on a rant
Oh, it's all downhill from
for
here.
3 hours. But
Yeah, no,
you
no,
can
no.
know that sobre de Manila,
Yeah,
just
Manila,
like Manila envelope,
actually from
comes from
Manila.
a plant that's
Yeah.
native from Manila, Philippines.
that is
There you go.
That is something.
Yeah.
That
From the
is something.
plant called abaca. I don't know how it is in
Wow, do you think there's a
English,
fruit
but-
to that plant? Can we see the
Let's
plant?
Googled. Let's Google. Abaca plant. It says abaca or Musa textilis.
Okay.
Abaca binomial name Musa textilis is a species of banana native to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Grown as a commercial crop in the Philippines, Ecuador, and Costa Rica.
What? So we
The
have
plant,
it probably grows here
yeah,
for sure. If it grows
Near
near
the-
here,
yeah, near
then
Ecuador.
it grows here.
The plant, also known as Manila hemp,
Oh, hemp.
has great economic importance, being harvested for its fiber,
Okay.
also called Manila hemp, extracted from the leaves stems.
Oh, so it's a type of hemp. Okay. That's pretty good. It's really good. That's I'm going to say that's amazing.
Yeah. Why are we talking about sobre Manila?
No clue. Oh, I said chili. Instead of saying chili vanilla,
Chili Manila.
I
Chili
said chili
Manila.
manila
Oh, okay.
because I had Manila
Yeah, you
in
had
my
a
brain.
yeah.
Who doesn't?
I mean, who doesn't know
Who doesn't?
that Manila comes from?
I'm sure there's
Manila
people
hemp.
listening to this that are like, yeah, we kind of knew.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I kind of knew.
you Colombians are.
I kind of
I
knew.
don't know what to. No, yeah. Ooh, woo. Mi lolis dice buenísimas tardes mis cholivines. Hola mi lolis.
La planta de milolis.
La planta de milonguis. Acá está Chili milolis. No la alcanzas a ver, pero te manda una patita, como dice mi mamá. Mi mamá quiere enseñarle a Chili a dar la patita.
Sí, se
Pero no
demora un
sabe
poco.
cómo enseñárselo, sino que mi mamá quiere decírselo.
No, eso
Y que
normalmente
chili-
toca con comida.
¿Y dónde está Chili? Acá, mi lolis. Está aquí acostadita. A ver, espérense. Es que de pronto la Ya sé cómo hacer. A ver, Lolis, mira todo lo que nos haces hacer. ¿Ahí la ven? Acá está. Ahí está acostadita. Ahí está. Pero sí, pronto le enseñaremos la patita para que mi mamá pueda estar feliz cada vez de que le dé la patita. A ver, Malvin y tías. Uy, Malvin y tías, feliz año.
No, yo creo que...
Tiempos sin saber de Malvin y tías. Malvin
eh,
dime.
no, yo creo que había saludado este 2023.
Yo
Estoy
creo que
casi
no.
seguro.
No. Malvin y tías dice, hola Nico, hola Dani, los quiero, ¿cómo están? Malvin y tías, lo extrañábamos por
Muy,
acá.
muy bien, muy amable,
Estamos muy
gracias.
bien. ¿Cómo está Malvin y tías? Cacaíto Pelón dice, hola, hola, ¿cómo están? Hola mi cacaíto, muy bien. Por aquí trabajando. ¿Tú qué? ¿Tú qué, cacaíto? Cody Winnicky was saying,
Cody.
hi guys.
Hey, Cody.
Hey Cody, how are you? What are you doing today, Cody?
You have class? That came out aggressive, I think.
Yeah.
Do you have class?
Yeah, class or what? What are you doing here?
It sounds like you got no class. It sounded like an insult.
Well,
But
no.
no, I'm asking Cody if he has to teach class today.
Oh, no. You were talking about that class. No, for me, it sounded like
Well,
if you were asking
Cody's
a
classy
student,
person.
if you were asking like a student that you caught out of class, like
Yeah.
if they're skipping class and you're like, don't you have class? Like, go ahead and go to where you have to be.
Okay. No, that
Which
wasn't it.
also sounded aggressive.
Little
I don't
bit.
know. You were talking about how classy.
Oh, Cody?
Cody
All
is-
class. Just class.
So, by the way, no one's asking, but I want to
No.
tell everyone.
What are you drinking? Maybe you're going to talk about what you're
I'm
drinking?
going to talk about that later. But
Oh, you got already planned.
Today was shipping day for us.
It was, yes.
And I say for us because I went to the postal office today with chili.
Yeah, not quite the postal office, more the business. We should say FedEx. FedEx has been. We are not sponsored by them.
We're not
I
receiving
wish.
I
wish.
Yeah.
Biggest expense that we have.
Yeah,
but
that would be amazing if they.
Yeah.
But no. But yeah, we went to FedEx all the paintings with chili.
All the paintings that have
The
permits and have dried. I have to
Yeah.
actually for some people that may not know this, but when we put up a painting for sale, it's like fresh. It's like I finished painting, took a photo, and we put it on our webpage for sale. So two things have to happen. The painting has to dry until it's like stable enough to ship, and we have to ask for permits because we do things the way you're supposed to do things here. Everywhere we file taxes already, so we are good. But we are people that respect the things that you have to do. So we could take our chances and not ship things with their permit, but we always take out a permit. But that means that it's probably a week's worth of waiting until we get all the paperwork back. So all in all, it usually takes about 7 to 10 days for us to
Sometimes
say, okay,
even
we
more,
can ship
to be
the
honest,
painting.
because the permits are taking longer.
Yeah, it
this
doesn't. There's no real, like, if you go to the website, it is so arbitrary that they won't really even tell you how long it takes.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, we'll send it to you when we send it to you.
Yeah.
I think there's one person in what is the Ministry of Culture here.
In charge of that.
In charge of the whole thing.
Who is very nice, because we've talked to them.
And I think she's been there for, I think she's the same person that I dealt with about 20 some odd years ago.
Yeah, I mean, now we talk and she's like, hey, how are your kids?
I think she's
How's chili?
It's one of those people that no matter if administration changes, Like she's the one that knows how everything
Oh
works.
yeah, like the solid
Yeah.
foundation of that.
So they probably go like, well, she's the one that's in charge of permits.
Oh, yeah.
We would have to
She's
train
like
somebody for
untouchable.
years
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you want to do her job. Just keep her there. But I think that's great. You know, I love people that can hold their jobs for a long time. If they do their jobs well, and if they like their jobs, and if they want to keep their jobs for life, yeah, work there for life. That's
Yes.
awesome.
So
Danny Lee, we're,
yeah, we
we're
were
painting.
shipping.
Oh, we were. Oh, okay. Finish the
Yeah.
the
So I
chili,
had
the chili,
the best
chili chippings. Sorry.
companion ever.
You?
Best four-legged. No, because it's been like 2 years that we don't go together.
Yeah, we
to
don't
do the
usually do
shipping.
that
So-
together. We usually one of us has to stay doing something else.
Yeah,
so
and
we
the other
usually
one
just
goes.
split the
So
job. Yeah.
so I'm saying that because usually it's me
Yeah.
and I go and I can listen to a podcast, and I also enjoy the walk alone.
It's a very nice walk.
But I enjoyed it a lot with Chili.
Very
And
good.
I love that she was
Probably the longest walk she's been. I mean, you take her on walks. When I do the walk, it's a little more.
you do a loop.
I think
loop.
a circuit. Yeah, fast circuit. It's like Chili. We're out here to do our business, to get some
Yeah.
cardio in. Not for you. Well, no, for you, not so much for me. Because one step of ours is like 40 of hers. Yeah, but mine are like, I have to work, so it's okay. I'll take you on a walk, but we have to get back. Like this, it can't be like we can't take the scenic route. Like you have to pee, poo, and we're good.
Oh no, with
Socialize a little bit, just sniff a dog, sniff a butt, and say goodbye. I think that's a decent. That's Chili being decent.
Oh no, with me it is
Oh, with you?
a whole
Nah.
experience.
Her makeup is all runny when she comes back. She's got like lipstick
Yeah, and I'm
on her
always
belly.
like, she made a
It's
new
like,
friend.
What did you?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Copito, a dog,
Yeah.
and Pepita.
She is
Yeah.
pregnant.
No.
She's 5 months old and she's
No.
pregnant.
But yeah, it was great. We were near I would say a very busy road here. So there were
not a road, a street. I
a
would say.
street, yeah.
It's like an avenue.
well,
but
yeah, it's not a
our
road.
avenues are not huge, so let's call it a street.
Yeah, but it is a very busy one.
It's a lot of
So
traffic.
there
yeah,
were
yeah.
lots of cars, cars honking, cars,
a lot of
just
traffic.
like passing by,
Yeah.
and she was great.
Good.
She was very happy. When we were in the office, in the FedEx office,
Yeah.
she was like super sociable and talking and like moving her tail to everyone
Yeah.
until some big boxes appeared,
That's
and she was just thrilled by them.
yeah.
I mean, she was like sniffing and going around and standing on her two paws.
Maybe she's like a DEA dog.
That's what I was saying there. I was like,
And the people were like sweating bullets.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
oh, that was my joke because I was
Oh,
there.
don't joke about that. You never know.
No, well, that was my joke
I mean-
with the person that works in FedEx.
Okay.
I was like, by the way that Chili is sniffing everything, she should be like an airport dog.
Oh god.
And there were people there, and they were like, "Oh, that would be so cute! Imagine that little thing
Oh,
sniffing
I'm sure
back."
the people that were doing the delivery are like, "Oh yeah, that's
Let's
so
go."
funny."
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna DHL this. I'm sorry. Thank you. No, it's a little too expensive. Thank you.
Yeah, so that was great, and we did. What's the distance? Maybe like 12 to 15 blocks from here to there, and
Yeah.
that the same.
And back. Yeah.
Yeah, so that and that then the same amount back,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
and
pretty good.
she was great.
Pretty good
she was
walk. Yeah.
perfect.
She's exhausted. She's like snoring now. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
But because I was trying to carry her because I thought that she was tired. I mean, she was like, she let me hold her
Yeah.
for 1 second, and then she wanted to be walking again. So I
Oh,
was like,
good.
okay, there you go,
Yeah.
you athletic little.
No, it's a good walk. It's
Yeah.
not the best street to walk on because it's not quite a street. It has some little moments that are fine to walk on, but not the whole street. I would say that like the journey from here to there, probably for a dog, it's not great, but
but I realized, because I mean, when I go walking, and I think the same happens to you, we don't notice where the grass spots are.
right.
She did, of course.
Okay.
So she was like climbing all the little grass
Like patches. Yeah.
like in front of office buildings.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like, oh, here's grass, and oh, there's grass again, and there's grass. So I noticed all those spots.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was great.
Good.
Now she's tired.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's my story.
Nice.
Oh, and by the way,
What's
thank
that?
you, everyone.
Oh,
I don't see, I think it was Liad and Mario J
okay.
who suggested the pour over, I think it's the name of the coffee
Yeah.
method.
I forget.
Yeah. So I bought it. I bought it in the supermarket for like $2.
Oh, Mrs. Moneybags here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little bit of a splurge.
I know. What are you doing?
And I'm drinking coffee
doing?
today.
Did
I don't
you
know
keep
why.
the receipt for next year's like write-off?
Oh, I'm gonna put it in the taxes.
Please.
I'm
yeah.
gonna file it with
oh
the
my God,
taxes
please.
as an expense. So,
Please.
but yeah, I'm drinking coffee. I think I got nostalgic
Okay.
when I went to Armenia.
Oh, yeah. To
So
your
I had
father's,
coffee and
hometown.
then so I just remembered a lot the smell of coffee there
Yeah.
and my family. So I was like,
smell of my
you know
family.
what? Yeah, smell of my family is coffee.
Yeah.
Indeed. So
Yeah. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
No, so I just I don't know, like I felt I wanted to be part of that.
That's nice.
So
That's very nice.
yeah, and I have energy.
Oh
So not a calm alertness, just
no.
hyper.
People with coffee get like crash, because you get that jolt,
Mhm.
but then you kind of like crash, and because you crash, that's why people need like coffee
all
constantly.
the time. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like getting a sugar crash also. Like if you're used to drinking soda or
yeah,
something.
like you have a rush of energy.
Yeah,
and
like
then
and
you're
it's
like,
like amazing, and then it's the most horrible feeling.
Well, I mean, it's been 2 days of me having coffee,
Yeah,
but I think it's.
I've noted the ups and downs,
No,
ebbs and flows.
it's been pretty stable,
Okay, good.
and I'm just having like a cup
That's how it starts.
and like very soft coffee. Like I don't charge it that much with that much coffee. No,
Like
no
loaded.
es tan cargado.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, no, you can say that.
So
I don't sobre de Manila.
yeah. So I think we're good.
That's very
And
good.
What about you? I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, no, oh, please. If you want to talk through the whole painting, that's that'd be awesome for me. No coffee for me. Although I say no coffee, but I'm not like
Well, you
it's
have
not like I'm
green
all
tea.
virtuous. Like I drink tea. Like
Yeah.
and I drink black tea. So
yeah, black tea.
it's not as if I get my share of caffeine from my tea. I just don't think it's like coffee, but it's pretty much coffee. No, I started blocked in, but maybe more importantly, I realized what I wanted to paint this morning for a painting that I'm doing for the workshop. And I just put color down. It's not even a block in, but I just needed to put that color down. And now I know what to paint, and then I'm going to do that. But I think I have to do that tomorrow because I actually needed that to dry for it to kind of make sense. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. And maybe I can like do a soft sort of question here with the people that are here. But I want to get a second workshop that I want to propose people, and hopefully there's going to be enough people interested. I want to do it. I want to do one before I go to Menorca because I'm going to go for. It's probably going to be like essentially end up being like 2 weeks. So I want to see if I can do that workshop before I go. And it'll only overlap with the one I'm doing with color in 1 week.
Yes.
So it won't be hard for me to do both, really. And I already know exactly what I'm doing for this new one, which is more of a kind of like design and composition. But I think design and composition as in more, I think, contemporary images, and I would say images that are for sure affected by like pre-production, um, concept illustration and stuff like that.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I think composition has become quite different than how composition was taught by Loomis, let's say.
Yeah, for sure.
By Andrew Loomis, which is a very traditional composition. I don't think nowadays you hear a lot of people when composing saying, "Oh, I'm doing something with a golden mean."
Yeah.
And that's the way you have to compose. Not really. I mean, you look at Wes Anderson movies, I think he uses like three different ratios. And they all work beautifully because the images are composed for each one of them. So it's actually, I don't know. I think composition has always had to do with intent.
Mm-hmm.
So let's call it like intent-driven composition.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do that. I really want to push myself to teach that. Many times we associate composition with like, and because pre-production industry has pushed so much of the concept work, and it can be more environmental concept work. So you see people, usually the people that are teaching composition, there's usually environmental artists, like the people that do landscape illustrations or urban illustrations. So a lot of it has to do with perspective, and a lot of it has to do with finding horizon line and kind of tilting your image, like angling your images. And it's almost like composition for storytelling, visual storytelling, I would say. I don't think that's exactly what I would do, because I think that if you gumroad composition, you'll find enough people that are crazy, really good, illustrators teaching those things. And I don't think I would want to overlap with that. And I don't think I could be as good as doing that, because that's not really what I do. But what I do is know how to organize shapes in order to tell like stories. And the stories can be very simple stories in a single image, or they can be more complicated. And the idea is to get eventually more complicated and doing like a choreography of forms.
Like organize a reading.
Or exactly. Like how the abstract disposition of shapes can
affect the reading of it.
Right. And can what's the word that I'm looking for? Can enhance like your intent.
Yes.
That's pretty much what I'm thinking about. So, but the only thing is, and here's the quid of this. The only thing is that I would have to do that class like on a weekday. So.
Oh, let's make a poll.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm always here for a poll.
Sure.
Or no, let's don't.
No. I just wanted to ask like a question, just so it doesn't become like a preliminary, because I am gonna eventually have to ask, like, and I'm probably gonna do it over Instagram, where I can have access to like the biggest audience, to see if people would be interested. But just as a preliminary question, would you guys be like, for those of you who would consider doing a workshop, like a course? So this is like an 8-week course, once a week, 3 hours, 3 hours per week. Like the one session is 3 hours, and we have a Discord set specifically for the course. We have homework. I'm doing the homework alongside everyone else. I'm doing crits over on Discord. So it would have to be on a Thursday afternoon/night, let's say Eastern time. So would you guys be okay? And again, for those of you who could consider doing a course, or those of you who have already taken a course, would you guys be and have experience in what it, the sort of cadence of making things for a course? Would you guys be okay with doing that on a weekday? Or is it mostly like, oh no, that's too much for me. It needs to be on a Saturday or Sunday, but mostly on a Saturday, because that's my free day, and that's the time that I would, need. Because if I offer it, and if I want to do this, so I can do it before, finish it before I leave, it has to be on a Thursday. So you guys can let me know if that's like something that can be considered, or if that's like, oh no, we need it. It's either weekend or nothing. So for those of you that have taken courses or workshops, let me know. And I totally understand the difficulty because, people have jobs and that's just life and that's how it is. So I just want to see if there would be maybe enough people so that we can do this, because I'm super excited to see if I can do it, and if not, I'm probably just gonna have to wait till I get back.
So is it okay for next online painting course? Will you be able to enroll for
Would you?
Thursday?
Would you?
Oh.
So you're doing the poll, like the
Yeah, no.
Okay, no, if you want. I was just asking it like more informally, but if you want, you can make a poll out of it.
Yes or no? So ask your community, because I'm seeing the comments.
Yeah.
Right before you said Thursday, Cody was saying should. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Not Thursday.
Oh, there we go.
So maybe that's the day they can't.
Okay.
Sean Farley was saying I'm in for a composition class. Liad was saying you would only need to have one day on the weekday, right? Because of the overlap. Would you have to keep it on a weekday?
Okay. That's, that is, I'm so stupid and you're so intelligent.
Maybe the last day.
Yeah, no, the first day can be a Thursday, and then then on it can be Saturdays.
No, because then it would, like that Saturday you would be traveling.
Oh, yeah,
Saturday.
The thing is, yes. So let's see. It would have to be Thursday, then 6 Saturdays, and then Thursday, if anything. Like if we were to find a compromise, that would be the compromise. It would be Thursday, Saturdays, 6 Saturdays, which is not bad, I would say.
No.
6 weeks of Saturdays, that's pretty good. And then the last one would have to be a Thursday. Yeah, you're right. It was a little more complicated than that. But
Marcelo Peralta was saying, sounds great, Nico. Patricio Juarez was saying, I would love to do a course, but weekdays are difficult because of my work schedule. Weekends are best.
Right.
Sean Farley was saying, weekdays will just depend on actual time.
Right. And Sundays are kind of out, right? Because a lot of people do Saturdays. Because Saturday is like the day of the weekend that you're like, no, I can use a Saturday for this. Sunday usually is more like, Sundays I kind of do other stuff. It's my other stuff day. What if it was a Sunday?
Liad was saying Saturday or Sunday, I don't care. And they were saying Thursday. What was I saying?
That's how it's called in some places. Yeah, that's how people say
in
it.
Manila?
Maybe.
Liad was saying Thursday, 6 times. Thursday and 6 times Saturday. That is more manageable.
Yeah. Maybe that's gonna be the compromise.
Marcelo Peralta was saying Sunday is great. And before that, Marcelo was saying, I would probably need more time, but I'll face the challenge, a few energy drinks, and a night stretch. Peter Smekins was saying Sunday could work.
Okay, so I'll have to do a lot of thinking to see which one would work best.
Jeff Avila was saying Sundays are better than Saturdays for me.
Nice. Jeff, do you know what we got today?
Guess.
Well, Jeff already knows.
Guess.
Jeff already knows. But it's a big boy. It's a chunky boy.
You should say what it is because it's
Oh yeah,
saying
that sounds kind of weird. No. We got the goblin that Andrea Vlasic did for Spider-Verse. The sort of character design.
Jeff was saying huge.
It's pretty big, yeah. And Jeff, it is a miracle. Like there was a lot of breaks, but that's kind of what happens when we get stuff shipped here. I'm always like my butt is always clenched when I order statues because I have no idea how I get them here in one piece. Like it is just a miracle, like an absolute miracle. But everything was super gluable, let's say. There is one thing that I have to figure out. I think I need to put a base on it because it's so top heavy. It's so front heavy because of the pose that he did, which is amazing. I mean, it balances itself out with the tail. You probably remember what it looks like. But it's really top heavy, like very, very top heavy. I think he did an awesome job in trying to balance him. But if if I'm going to put it here somewhere, I need to be sure that if you just don't bump into it, you won't knock it.
You can't even like sneeze in front of it.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of like
fall.
moving it too much. So I'm probably going to have to attach the base that it has to another base. But it's amazing. That dude is just an incredible talent.
Yeah, Jeff was saying, isn't it amazing?
Oh, he's so good. He's so freaking good. He would be like I would work with him with like every single animated movie. If I was the director of any animated movie, I would just ask him to visualize something for me because it's I guess people can obviously from 3D assets that awesome 3D sculptors do. They can 3D print stuff nowadays, and it looks amazing. It looks incredible. But there's nothing like he works with clay, and he really just moves clay around. And I think him and probably Simon Lee just have this incredible sense of design. Obviously, Andrea's design is just blockier and just quicker. It's almost like a Daumier, like the French artist, but he's a lot sketchier, a lot quicker than the sketchy quality of like Spider Zero is just crazy. And I know they're totally different, but they're two people that I think like that industry is just blessed to have those two people working, for them.
Jeff was saying, I can't remember if it had a base, but it was sitting on the front table all day at Lightbox.
Yeah, nobody knocked it over, so that's awesome. It has like a very narrow base, like base built in. That's what I mean. It's not like a freestanding figure, but the base that is sculpted, it's a very narrow one, and the figure kind of needs, I feel, like just a broader, wider, probably even thicker base just to hold all that like top heavy weight. But no, that dude is amazing. I mean, I put it in some shelves that Danny got for me that are like super industrial. That's where I keep like the statues and some of the figures. And in that shelf that's in a room, because we don't have any other place to put it, but in those shelves, right next to that shelf, there's one of my Hellboys, and the Andrea Vlasic Hellboy is there, and it looks about that big right next to the statue. It's crazy how much you lose a sense of how big things are, especially me that has been really, really, I've been bit by that collecting. I don't know. I think it's an issue now. I think I have a problem, but now I even see things like that are really big, and I'm like, maybe I have space. Maybe.
Jeff was saying, love the sketchiness of his work. They feel so alive.
Oh, he's brilliant. I don't think there's anyone doing kind of what he does. There's this other guy that does, and it shows that maybe he learned from Andrea Vlasic, but he does the guy that does caricatures, and I remember him doing a bunch of Game of Thrones caricatures and Lord of the Ring caricatures too, and he's tremendous. He's really, really good. I wanted to buy like one of those from him, but I thought they were a little expensive. They were a little too. I mean, this one was expensive, but this is just so much like one. I don't know. I felt like this is just such a unique piece that I really wanted to see if I could get it. But yeah, but that dude, I forget his name. He's very, very talented. Follow him on Instagram too, and super nice. It was just a matter of pricing that I thought maybe the piece was just a little not quite a size that would justify the price. And I don't want like I'm in no means saying that it is not completely worth the price that the artist is asking for. It was just for me. For me, I always, in my equation of, okay, that's expensive. Can we afford it? Do we have the space for it? And what's the price range? For me, it was like, ooh, that's a little too much. Like that one would be a little too much. But I think he does things that are very close to Andreas, but I don't know. I don't think I know many sculptors that do quite what he does, which is pretty amazing, I feel.
So, talking about the poll,
Yes.
it is very tight,
Okay.
to be honest.
So yes and
It
no.
says yes 56%
Okay.
versus no 44.
Woof.
So I think that a Thursday might be complicated.
Well,
Maybe.
it may or may not be complicated.
may not,
That's what the numbers are throwing.
Yeah. So I'm going to end the poll.
Yes.
And Leah was saying 3-hour class in the evening on Thursday would be hard for me personally because of work and medical appointments.
Yeah, I've always been, Leah, I've always been conscious that it is not the best schedule for people, and I'm super respectful of people's other responsibilities and, you know, their jobs, because I totally understand that people have jobs and they're not just like waiting to say yes to a course and then having to adapt their lives to a course. So no, I just wanted to run it through you guys and see if, you know, if it's something. The thing is, I'm super excited about teaching that one too, and things I think have gone really, really well with the one that we're doing right now. So I want to get to that one. I'm a very I don't know. I have like a high energy person when it comes to like work, you know, things like this type of work. So I want to see myself do that, and I would love to see if I can, if I could do it before I leave. If not, then it's totally fine. Like we could do it after we get done with Menorca. But I would love to see if it's a thing that I could do.
Olga María Benninghoff
Who's this?
dice, hi Nicolás, hi Dani, Manila se le dice a un lazo.
Bueno, de pronto es hecho del mismo material.
Hola Olguita.
Olguilla es la mía madre.
La mía mamá. Tuya. ¿Cómo se dice tuya?
¿Sua?
La sua mamá. Iba a decir eso, pero no supe si era o no era.
Sí, sí.
Carla Anglada was saying, will this new course
Yeah.
be mainly portrait?
No, it never is subject matter driven. No.
Well, it hasn't been, no. I
Well,
mean,
no,
if
but
you ever propose like a portrait.
No, I wouldn't do it, to be honest with you. Like, I could tell you that right now.
No. What I was just going to say is that that's the only time I feel it would be close to that.
Yeah.
If you like specifically say it.
Yeah, I've never even taught like a workshop on portrait. Because I think of picture making. I know I do a lot of portraits, and I totally understand, Carla, that like why that would be a very obvious question. The thing is, it's so weird for me to think I'm not a portrait painter. I don't see myself as a portrait painter. And then people go like, well, you do a hell of a lot of portraits. And I would be like, yeah, I do. That's kind of weird. But I think I paint people. I think I love to um, have people as my subject matter when making reflections about painting. Let's put it that way. Which in my brain, it sort of means two very different things. Like when I think of portrait painters, I think of very different people. Like and when I see them and I acknowledge them as portrait painters, and then I see myself, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not one of them. Like them being like amazing artists, but yeah, I just don't feel I'm part of that for some reason.
Liad was saying, would composition encompass mood slash atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about in the end, Liad, it is about making pictures. So, for example, in the color course, we have been dissecting attributes of color, but it doesn't mean that we are letting ourselves do bat paintings that may exhibit an attribute of color well. If you do an exercise well, it means that you're doing like an integral exercise. So it's not just about doing like these few color charts that are just then cobbled, on a painting. No, no, no. You have to make a painting. You have to. So there is always this sort of, let's say, requirement slash challenge that has to do with picture making, like with the fact that we are making paintings after all, so they have to work as paintings for sure.
So let's see. Let's go back to
Reality.
where we were. So we were saying hi. So Patricio Juárez was saying hey hey, gusto de verlos. Hola Patricio, ¿qué tal? Catherine Peramsky was saying hello everyone, and Catherine was saying Nicholas.
Catherine.
I may have heard you wrong or
Oh.
misunderstood,
Jesus Christ.
but if you like working with water-soluble oil paints, Daniel Smith makes a water-soluble, fast-drying linseed oil. Maybe you could use that with the titanium white?
Oh. So we used for a couple of weeks actually water miscible oils.
Yeah.
And I didn't love them, but the reason I didn't love them kind of had to do also that I was using water as my medium. Like I was thinning the paint down with water because I thought, why not? Like if they're water miscible, then it means that I can have like a wash of water. And no, I can attest that water is not like a good medium for that paint. The paint kind of breaks. I mean, it is soluble, but in a sense, you almost feel like it's not soluble.
It's not like watercolors,
Right.
let's say, that you
And
just...
let's say this though. This is like a disclaimer. We only used Winsor Newton ones,
Yeah.
the Winsor Newton paint that I
Without-
forget what it's artisan. No, what is it called?
Yeah, I think that's the name.
Is it artisan? Something like
I
that.
think it is.
So we
Without
only
the
use
medium.
that. Yeah, we didn't use medium. So I thought, because I hadn't used it before, that if I used just water, that it would just behave like a turpentine wash. But I don't like turpentine because it's solvent. But I do love how turpentine like thins down paint. I have to say that. Like there's nothing sexier than a wash of turpentine on like a canvas or a board. It's very beautiful. But I just can't stand, solvents anymore. So, or the, or very liberal use of solvents. For example, if I wanted to do a Doran Lamberg painting, he paints in oils, gorgeous washes of oil with turpentine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would have to be working not at home, in a big studio, tons of ventilation, if I ever considered doing that. But I know that even then, solvent would probably begin to irritate my body.
Yeah.
So I think I've said goodbye to that type of that manner of using solvent. But I thought ignorantly that if you used water, it would kind of behave the same way. And no, this paint doesn't quite do that. It kind of breaks apart a little bit. Not that it breaks apart as if it wasn't soluble. It is soluble still, but it just becomes kind of grainy. I don't know. I thought it wasn't great paint. I remember people telling me, no, there's actually better paint out there. So maybe it's an issue of some of the Winsor Newton colors.
But
Maybe
I
they're a
also-
little bit cheaper. So
I also remember that everyone was telling us, no, you have to use the medium, and then you'll
Right,
see. Because
right.
now I'm reading the comments, and Liad was saying, yeah, you're not supposed to use water with it, just water for cleaning.
exactly.
And
exactly.
Peter Smikins was saying, water is just for cleaning. You need the medium, and then they work just amazing.
Yes,
And we do
exactly.
have the medium.
So we have a
haven't used
medium-
it. Yeah, I bought it.
It almost looks like liquid.
It looks like
Yeah, it looks like a gel, like
Yeah, I have
like
it
an
right
alkyd
there.
gel medium.
we haven't tried it.
No, we
but
have
we
to be
do have
super
it, yeah.
honest. We haven't tried it. Do you think next week? I mean, trying water miscible paints on raw paper. It's you know what I have? The Arches paper. That who sent us that paper? Oh my God,
I forgot.
was it Amy? AJ?
I don't
I think
know.
it was AJ.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was AJ. So, we could
Maybe.
use that. Again, not the best of surfaces. I would, for sure, if I wanted to really try something, I would probably try it in the surface that you're supposed to paint it on, or in a properly primed. Is there anything with P that would be a synonym for substrate?
Properly primed.
Yeah, I just want to do an alliteration. Properly primed purple. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing's coming up. But yeah. So I would first try it
Well, I
in
just
something that
think
is properly primed.
Properly primed paper.
Well, paper.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
it's the only P thing.
yeah. I was thinking of
that
more
it is a
something broader
surface
for a
and-
substrate. But yeah. But
Properly primed
purple.
propepapler.
Yeah. That's how it works. Yeah. But we could try it there. We could try it with that Arches paper. Arch paper.
Arch.
Yeah. We call it here Arches. So,
Yeah.
but Arch paper. Yeah, we could do that. Maybe next week, do you think?
Maybe.
Do
Yeah,
you
we
have a
could
lot
try.
of do you have a whole bunch of those paints?
I think I do because I
Maybe.
just used them. I think twice.
Okay, because I'm using your paints.
Eh,
So I
no.
could buy some. I think
No, I
do
think
we
you're
have
not.
them at the Pan American?
No, I think you. I mean, I love that you're remembering that way, but no, those are your paintings.
My
I
paints?
took-
Really?
Your paints, yeah.
What?
And I bought the medium,
Jesus.
so that's why you're thinking it's my paints, but it's your paints.
Oh,
And to be honest, I mean,
give him
I
back.
took them because you gave them to me. You were like, I mean, maybe you're gonna like them more.
So they're yours.
So they're ours.
That makes them yours.
Everything is ours. Don't you worry about
I
that.
know, but that if I gave, if I told you, no, these are yours, they're yours.
No, I mean you told me use them. Use them if you want them. And then I remember I used them and I was like, I'm gonna give them back because you had them like in a drawer.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, you keep them because you didn't want to put them back in the drawer, like to
Probably.
organize them.
Yeah, probably.
Them.
I wasn't avoiding them
So
because
I-
they were bad.
No,
I was
'cause you
just,
just-
don't make me organize stuff,
Yeah,
please.
I mean that's something that happens sometimes
I would say a lot.
between us.
If-
It is like
I have to
you-
be mentally
yeah.
ready. If not, I get overwhelmed.
yeah, it's like you go to the medicine cabinet.
Yeah?
You take 3 medicines out.
Yeah?
Then you decide on one. You take that one, but then you leave the 3 on the table. So maybe that's what happened. with
Maybe I'm thinking
the
that
water
there's some
miscible
future
oils.
illness coming.
and then we just have a collection of things. And yeah, that happens. Or when you wash the
What?
things that like the jars or things that you don't know where to put, you just put them in the countertop.
Again, it's about not being overwhelmed. I
Which
could
I'm
do the
always
dishes.
like, hey, this goes there, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
And then
But I do the dishes, so I always do the
I do
dishes.
the
I'm not
dishes
getting.
too.
I don't want. Oh yeah, we all do. We both do everything that there is to do here in our apartment. But and I don't want like credit. I'm not saying like I do the dishes. No, no, no. This is just us taking care of the space that we live in. But what I think the thing is how my brain operates, and I've talked to you about this. There is like a maximum load, like a load capacity that my body has for doing stuff. And I'm really, really good when I work under the load capacity.
Yeah.
But once you tell me that there is like something slightly more that I need to do that takes me over that load capacity, I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm overwhelmed. I'm not going to do it right now. I always tell you, I'm not going to do it right now, but I will do it. But it's not going to happen right now because I just did 8 other things.
You know what?
So-
Also, I think that happens, and I think it makes sense with how you get like overwhelmed with things.
Yeah?
That if in your brain you're saying, I am going to wash the dishes,
Yes.
but then there's dishes drying,
Yeah.
and you just need that space to put the dishes you were going to wash. Like your brain is thinking, my task right now is washing the dishes.
Although
So I'm just no. You put them there.
In
You
my
put
defense,
the dishes. You
I
always
put-
put the dishes.
I store
Yeah.
the ones that are
Yeah,
drying.
yeah, yeah. But hear me out. Then the ones that go in different places, you just think I'm gonna put them there because now I have to like achieve the task that I was intent to do, which is washing them,
Yeah.
and that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense with how you are, because then you do the dishes.
Yes.
Of course, you do them.
Always. Now, I think I always do what I need to do.
You always do
I just do it at
in your time, which
yes,
is
at
great.
a rhythm that I'm like, okay, I did this, and that was a lot. And I'm not saying like I need a medal for doing dishes. No, 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 this is nothing to do with that. Like nothing. I'm a super hard worker. It's just like it's about my brain saying like I need to, or it's about me telling my brain, okay, we need to take out the garbage, or I have a few boxes, so I need to fold these boxes, take out the garbage, bring it down, wash the dishes. Then I made a mess by opening these boxes, so I need to sweep the floor or vacuum the floor. Or I walk in the kitchen and it's like, oh, the floor is like terrible. I need to clean the floor. Like I need to wipe, wash the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And if my brain is ready to do that, it's like, let's do this. Like
Yeah.
I could do it right now. If my brain says, oh, we just did a lot of those other things and you still have to sit down and paint. And even if I told myself, well, it's only going to take about 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I always tell myself, no,
Not today.
no.
Yeah, and
No.
it's interesting because I do feel that my
What do
brain,
you tell death? Not today.
my brain works in a very different way. I
You are
am
like,
like a multitasker.
what is the job? This is the job. And you're like, okay, how do I do the complete job? Like, so for example, I'll give you an example. You put some clothes in the washer dryer. I took them out. I folded them. But if my brain is overwhelmed, and I'm being super nice, I'm folding like my son and daughter's clothes, your clothes, my clothes, but then I'll leave them in the table. You know, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, because your brain
I
is
reached
saying, you know
Load
what?
capacity.
I'm gonna fold,
Yes.
not fold and put them
No.
in the closets. Just fold.
Exactly.
Yeah, but my brain works.
Your
Sometimes
brain is
I'm
like, folding the clothes involves you then taking them to the closet
and
then
then
putting them.
involves thinking what I'm gonna take out
Right.
to give away from my closet, and then I have to like sweep the floor because I see that the shoes have like little bit of dirt or something, so I end up like cleaning the entire house because that's how I work.
Yeah, you are if you do one thing and you see it
like
branch out
branches.
into
Yeah.
5, you're like you tell yourself, "Oh, I thought I was going to do one thing, but I have to do 5 things."
Yeah,
Me, I'm like my brain is telling me I have to do one
yeah.
thing.
Fold.
Let's do that
Check.
job really well.
Yeah,
It's like I need to fold clothes.
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to the dining room table.
Yeah.
to get dressed because that's where all the folded
Well, right now your clothes are in the dining room. I did put
Samu and Fer.
Samu and Fer's clothes.
But mine you didn't. Yeah, because that's also
the other thing is I
you
have
don't
no
know.
idea. No, your closet, which is our closet, but I'm like 10% of the closet. Let's be super honest.
No, like
12%.
1/4 of the closet is
You're
yours.
being very generous
It
here.
is.
But I have no idea where. I mean, I guess if you give me those clothes and you tell me no, go and search for the place, search for the proper place of these things and put them in there. I guess I could do it.
But you will put them, but not in the way I put them. Because for example, I do a different folding for my shirts.
Yeah, forget it. No.
So they can stand up. It's like a Marie Kondo way of folding. So they can stand up because I have them in the drawer. So I can know, like I can visually see them all.
Yeah.
When I open the drawer and I know which one I'm going to use. And I know that you would just open, put them on top.
Sure, of course.
Even
like any normal
even
person.
If all the shirts are like this, you would just like put them there and close. Because your brain is like, I have to put a shirt in the drawer. My brain is like, I have to think about future me that needs to see the shirts to know which shirt I need so I don't have to unfold shirts.
Look at you,
that I'm not going to use.
Quantum mania, thinking of the metaverse.
But
you are going to thank me, future me.
No, but you always laugh about this, but I always say how I think about future me when I do things.
Oh, no. Present me is telling me we are overwhelmed. It's like a siren going on.
Yeah.
It's like just put the things in the closet.
Yeah. But no,
I
always do think about that. So sometimes I just think ahead of time. I'm like, maybe I'm gonna be tired in the morning when I have to just like take a shower. Like I'm gonna be lazy. So it's better for that future me if I just fold the things correctly now. Because then it would take me less time in the morning where I have less energy.
That's amazing.
That's
you know
how
what
my
you should do?
works.
Every day you should just thank past you.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
every single day.
I
Every
don't know
time
if
you.
it's a joke, but I think
No. Every
like
time
beautiful.
every time you are getting dressed, thank you, past me that already died.
No, but sometimes I'm like, I'm so happy I did this beforehand.
Oh.
Like if I want to wear a shirt, and if I iron that shirt or steam that shirt beforehand, so I can just use it right now and not just go and plug the steamer to use it. Yeah. I'm always like, I'm so happy I did that before. So it's like a way of thanking my past me for thinking about future me.
Thank you, past me.
Yeah.
Nice. Could you pass me the salt?
So let's see the comments. So Liad was saying properly primed piece of parchment.
Oh, that's very nice. He added another one there. There we go.
And Liad was saying, has Nicolas been evaluated for ADHD?
Oh, no. I 100% I'm not ADHD.
Vincent Delanois was saying, yeah, dishes fight. The forks are upside down. Hi, Danny and Nicolas. Hey, Vincent. How are you?
I mean, the knife being upside down was just you did it once and you learned because, and I'm sorry, this is not me saying like, oh, you learned. No. This is about public safety.
No, because I also think it's
public
more hygienic
safety.
to have them facing up.
Sure.
But I know that
what's not hygienic? Blood.
No.
Blood pouring out of your hand.
No, but
soaking
the
all
reason why I did that because of Samu and Fer.
To maim
because
me?
I do feel that maybe if they,
because you always say hands?
No, you always say they just have one hand because the other one is holding the iPad.
You want to get rid of that one hand that they have?
No, because I think that if they are not watching what they're grabbing, they can cut themselves or hurt themselves. So that's why I put them now upside down. That's why I
the proper way.
Changed the way of putting them. But I do think that if I was living alone, I would put them facing up.
What?
So it would be more hygienic, so they're not touching.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
The floor of the thing.
No, that's so dangerous to put knives like that. So dangerous.
I would be living at risk.
Yeah, but no. That's very uncharacteristic of you. I would say.
Yeah, I'm not a risk taker, to be
No,
honest.
no, no. And it's very, like, I don't know. It takes not, again, my brain is like, that's one of the things that it's like, hey, it doesn't take a single second to just put him right side.
Van Sant was saying, Danny, if you put a fork on the shirts, maybe Nicolas will serve them before putting them in your cupboard.
Maybe I get like overloaded.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
Yeah. Maybe,
many
yeah,
things
it's like,
Too many wrong things happening.
yeah,
at
your
the same
brain
time.
is like,
No.
how do I say cortocircuito?
Short circuited. Yeah.
Short circuit, and then you just put them in the washing machine.
I throw them out. I throw them out with the garbage.
and
yeah.
you fold the shirts in the sink.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Cody Winnicky was saying, haha, what to do? What do we tell? What? What do we tell the dishes? Not today.
Not today.
Yeah, that's Nicolas every day.
Yeah.
But every day is not today.
That's a Game of Thrones quote, but yeah.
Well, I don't have to know the context of it for it
it's
to
pretty
be
good.
funny.
It's
'Cause with you, it's funny because it's never
Yeah.
today. So.
Well, no, don't say it like that. People are gonna think that I
Oh,
don't.
for the jars? No, because you always do the dishes.
The dishes always.
The jars.
Always.
So in your brain, the place for the jars is the countertop.
I mean,
The place for the bottles, countertop.
Yeah.
The place for the colander, that's the name.
What?
El escurridizo, el escurridor, escurridizo.
¿Cuál escurridor?
El de la pasta.
Oh, yeah, the
The
sifter.
countertop.
Yeah.
I think it's a.
No, I put that one down. I put that one in the.
What's the place of that one?
That one's in the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, I know where
Okay.
that one's. Yeah, I know that one. But you're not wrong. Like with some of those, I'm like, I don't know where you put them. I really don't. Our kitchen is small, so I'm sure that if I
That's why it needs order.
if it would take me it would take me like 2 minutes to find where they are.
I know you, and then you will go and buy one.
But it's just like
That's how you are.
But it's just like
You're like,
I don't. It's like you know
I
where
need
they
the
are.
drainer.
I don't know.
Where is it? I'm gonna go and buy it. It's easier that way.
No, I know that you know where it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, we are partners. And I'm always thinking like, maybe you could do this part.
Yeah. No, and I mean, there's things that I don't like to do that you do. So it's just like a balance. But sometimes it's funny because what you're talking about, where all the things go, sometimes you're like, I was in the market and I saw that we don't have shampoo. So I bought shampoo and I'm like,
Yeah.
Nicolas, we have 7 bottles
Yeah.
in the place that they, like the refills always are.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, now we have 8.
Yeah.
Roxana?
Happened with the almond milk
Yes.
that I was gonna do, or
I
you were
bought
gonna
a
do, or
box.
I was gonna do some waffles or some pancakes for someone or
And
something.
you told me, oh, I saw that there's no milk, so I bought.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you come here 1 second? That box over there. And you were like, oh, that's milk? And I was like, yes, I bought a
It's like
complete box.
8 boxes of milk.
Yeah. But
No
now
idea.
you know.
There's
now
like-
you know.
There are unexplored areas, in that kitchen
Yeah.
that amaze me every day.
Roxana Top was saying, this quote unquote load capacity convo is resonating way too well. I am Danny and Philip, but hobby is Nick. So
It's too. We are very good. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe people are. Maybe we do share things. I don't know if it's a gender thing or a
No.
personality thing.
I think it's a
I think it's way more of a
thing.
personality thing. But I do think at our core, people share a bunch of
Yes.
roles and ways to go about doing things. And for me, it has changed my life to say, I guess very organized people say like, no, these are tasks that you have to do. And it's a matter of just doing them. For me, it's like, I know I'm going to do them, but I need to do them at my own pace.
But you have to be at at peace
Yeah,
with
because
yourself.
Yeah, because if I go past the limit, then I just don't enjoy it and I start hating it and it gets me frustrated and then I
Yeah.
don't want to do it ever again. But when I do it at at the pace that I do it, which always gets done. Everything always gets done here, always. So, but when I do it, when I say, okay, it's my turn to do it, I'm super happy. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
No, and to
Like,
be
I'm
honest,
fine.
I always enjoy doing that part of the things in our house because I do love like taking a day or an afternoon or morning to, for example, rearrange the cabinet where we have the medicine,
Yeah,
or to rearrange where we have, I don't know, the food or whatever. And I like to have them in order. So I do like that part. And some things that I don't like, you do them because I don't enjoy
yeah.
those things. But yeah, I enjoy that. I love, for example, when you have to move to another place.
Oh,
I love finding the new place for things.
no, I hate
I
that.
know you hate it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
know you hate it.
don't. If I liked the place that I was living in, I would never move.
No,
I'm
and
that sort of person.
I would move. I like I like the change of things, like
I like
how that
changing, but
activates. Because I do feel that sometimes you get comfortable, but comfortable doesn't always mean a good thing. Because sometimes your brain gets comfortable with things that are not helpful for you.
right,
And
right.
I do love that, like, if you change of space, your brain has to like rearrange a new routine. So I love that.
Yeah, no, not me. Not me because I know that if I find something that gives me peace, it's like we got there. We got there. We got peace. We don't need to change anything. We are at peace. So, but I say we, but we it's like my brain talking to my body. But so then I say we are good. We're very happy.
Yeah,
And I
you
think
know,
that that's why I could, you know, probably eat like a cheese sandwich every day or eggs every day, and I wouldn't get bored of any of those things, or wear the same things every day. It's like, oh, you wear black t-shirts all the time, and it's like, yes, I'm at peace.
hmm
I'm good. I'm happy. So I my life is more of like finding that place. But if I find that place, I always feel like what else is there? Like I don't know if anyone could convince me that, oh no, but you have to change it up. You have to It's like, why, if you're happy and at peace with yourself? Like, is that not the end goal of life? Like just to live like a peaceful, happy life? So I kind of work that way. Like my brain is like, yeah, we got here. This is good.
yeah,
And it's maybe it's like, no, but wouldn't you want to try, or wouldn't it be best if and I'm like, no, this is good. This is great, You know what I like? That I like to have that in my life, but I have to, for example, I travel a lot for work.
that's what I was
I
gonna say.
love to travel. I
Yeah,
adore traveling.
I feel that you have to have some constants in your life with things that make easier, like all the like the speed of your head, because you're always thinking, for example, like job related things, and you always think about like movement, just thinking ahead of time.
Always,
Like,
yes.
what am I gonna do? What am I gonna paint? What are we gonna do? You're thinking about, you. I have to do this workshop, then this and this and that, and I have to go and do this and this. Like, your brain is in constant movement. So I think that maybe your brain needs the, let's say, simple tasks, like simple everyday tasks, to be just like super easy to achieve, so you can think about all those other things.
Maybe, yes.
And I have told you about how I read that there's a lot of people. I think we were talking once about like the idea of fashion, and I was telling you about how there's people that just use the same clothes all the time, but because they are deciding that, because they are deciding not to put like mental real estate into making decisions every single day
Yeah,
for what they're gonna wear,
that would paralyze me.
but just like check that box and continue with all the decision making that you do have to take.
Yeah.
So I mean, it makes sense. And as how you, it's like you were saying, I think it goes hand in hand with people's personality.
Yes.
So yes. Parting Mist was saying, yeah, I used to think I have to do the whole job, and it immediately, no, and it intimidated me. I'm sorry, I have to move this because it's glaring. Give me one sec, because
Is it one of these lamps?
no, I always have the text here so I can read it without a glare.
But is it one of the lamps or the windows?
No, don't worry. No, it's great. I mean, I can
So
just
it is the lamps.
like move it a little bit and it's fine. So Parting Mist was saying, yeah, I used to think I have to do the whole job, and it intimidated me, and I ended up not doing anything. Once I started thinking, okay, just gotta do one step, I was able to do more often.
Yeah?
For my knives, I dry them and put them in the drawer. For everything not sharp, I put them on the drying rack. But I cut myself all the time, so I need to be careful. LOL. Yeah. No, and that's true. I mean, there's a lot of people that do need to do like to divide tasks on steps for them to be something that they can do.
Yeah.
Because I feel that people that have your same like personality regarding those things, that they get overwhelmed by doing like chores.
Menial tasks, yes.
Yeah. That's why people end up not doing anything.
Right.
They just get overwhelmed by thinking that they have to do a 20 step list of things.
Yeah.
And that's why there's a lot of people that say, if you're like that, just do one thing a day. Just like check one thing. Even if it's, for example, today I washed. Tomorrow I'm going to fold.
Yeah.
The next day I'm going to put them in the closet.
Well, it's best to fold as soon as it comes out of the dryer, but yes.
No, but if you're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
I'll say that, come on, fold it quickly.
Okay, but fold them and put them in the, I don't know, dining table.
Yeah, I used to iron. Do you remember I used to iron all the time the clothes?
But you enjoyed that.
I don't. Well, it was podcast
But
time
I don't
for
know
me.
why we were like that, because we were ironing
Idiots.
T-shirts.
I know.
I remember that. I was like, you sure? Because you were ironing underwear.
Everything. I would
And
iron
socks.
everything. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, maybe this is more therapeutic. That's something that
No, yeah. I
like
probably,
you need
I
to do.
think I had more time than I actually.
No,
I don't know what it was. I
we-
don't know.
No, I do remember that we had no time because it was the times that we were doing edited videos.
Yeah, maybe it was just a
So
break.
that
from
was like
that.
Yeah, it was like breaking the routine of like painting, voiceover.
Yeah, maybe.
And I was like
Maybe it
editing
was
all
just-
the time. So
Yeah, and it was COVID, so it was 2020. So who
yeah,
knows?
so it was like
It was
today's
ironing or
ironing
just
day.
making bread.
You never did bread
No, for people.
for people.
Yeah.
Let's see. Um, Liad was saying, my brain is way more efficient. It just jumps straight to not today. And Liad was also saying, future me is so lazy. I assign him all these tasks that need to get done, but he just passes on the responsibility to future me.
Future.
I hate doing any of the household chores. I'm tempted to burn my house down next time I move, so I don't quote unquote move anything to the new house. Joke. No, I do love that. I mean, I love the idea of packing things and unpacking things on a new space.
Abhor packing stuff.
I do remember, I mean, when we moved here.
I mean, but we were living a block away.
Yeah, but we also had the opportunity to do the move in a month. Because you were like, today we're going to move the pencils. And I'm like,
yeah, no, I love
maybe we
that.
can move like papers and you were like, no, for me it's pencils day.
You know
you
what?
just like pick the pencils.
I can, right now that you are reminding me of like, yeah, because we knew that we were going to move, but we had paid for our rent for the whole month.
So we had like a month here, but also a month in our last place.
Yes.
So we had like that transitional month.
Loved it.
Yeah. I mean,
I was like,
I
could
don't know how.
I could 100% do this. I was like,
Yeah, you even enjoyed it.
every day I'm going to take a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like
were
a
like-
little ant.
We can move chair today
Little ant. I'm
and
like, we
one
could do
TV.
this. Like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take 2 statues today to our new apartment, and I would just walk, and I would take my statues, bring it up, put it there, and I'm like, I love you, statue. I'm gonna bring the
Goodbye.
other one.
Yeah. And it was funny
And
because
it
I
was a
do
2,
remember
and I was like,
we were
this was a good day.
we were bringing, I think it was this furniture piece. And I told you, oh, maybe we can bring this one.
Oh, you like
Yeah,
what is
we
that
can.
called? Like shelves,
Yeah,
console.
like
I don't know.
shelving thing. Yeah. And I told you, oh, maybe we can like arrange it and bring the things just like to set it up. And you were like, no, I think it's good as it is. And I was like, no, but we don't have to bring it from the other house. We already have it in the living room because at first we had this in our room.
Right.
And you were like, no, it's fine like that. So we had this empty thing with the TV on top and all the things that were inside in the living room. So I remember I was like, okay, I'm going to do that because I do enjoy that.
Yeah.
And I did that. But it's just the way your brain can do the task. I don't know how cost effective that can be if you always have to like
zero efficiency.
Rent a month.
You know what?
Places?
And this is not about just throwing your money away. And everyone, this is a tough time, tough year. It, for sure this year and next year are probably going to be tough still. But you know what? If you work hard and you can afford like maybe
like a transitional
rent, let's call it that. And it just gives you peace of mind. Because all I do in my life, every single decision that I do in my life right now is, does it give me peace of mind or does it not? And if it doesn't...
So for you, it's 100% worth the splurge.
I would be like, let me work 2 more weeks and let me see if I can make that money. And, if I can, I would be like, that is money well spent. Like, that's what I needed was a month. Instead of just chaos of people picking up shit. And every time people like movers, and they can be awesome because we usually call like one person to help us out. That's, this super nice guy. He's always helped me out with my paintings, with moving like larger paintings. So he has like a truck.
Yeah, and they are very careful.
Super
too,
careful.
So.
He's super, super nice. He always brings people that I totally trust. But there's a side in my brain that's always like, they're gonna break my statue. They're going to break my statue. So all the stuff that I care for, I have to move myself. I have to. I just have to. I always look at my stuff and I'm like, no, nobody's going to take care of it like I take care of it.
Yeah.
So I need to do this.
Yeah, and even if
I can't
you
trust
are the
anyone.
one that breaks the statue,
if I break it, I'm fine.
But you can deal with that.
No, if I break it, I'll be pissed at myself.
Yeah.
But I'm fine. I'm like, I broke it. I'll find a way to fix it. Somebody else breaks it, I'm like, I knew people weren't going to care about my things. So, and it's not about my things. It's like about what it's important to me. So let's not call it things. It's just, and I know that maybe that's a very untrusting thing, or I don't know what it is. Who cares? But it's just that or maybe it's like, it's not work for me to like say, if you told me, oh, you have to move all your statues, like next month you have to move all your statues to the other apartment, I'll be like, perfect.
Yeah, but you'll say perfect, but I need 2 months.
It'll never be work. No.
My transitional
month. If you give me a month, I'll take the month. But it won't seem like work to me. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, It'll never seem like work. It was the same thing with my art books. I had like hundreds and hundreds of art books. And they were my art books because they symbolized like my life, like the things that I worked hard for and that I cared for. So that would be like one of those things that I'm like, Mom, I need you to, borrow your car so that I can move, all my art books. And it would take me 6 trips to move all my art books, and it wouldn't matter to me. It was like, yep, I'm stuck in traffic. Why are you stuck in traffic? This is ridiculous, because I'm moving books.
Yeah. And I also think that, in your case, is that transitional month of moving, which in my brain translates to like a month in advance before we move, I start packing things, which I realized you don't like to do it like that.
No.
Because you need that time. You're like, okay, we're moving in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, we're going to start the move. I'm like, okay, we're moving in 2 weeks. I'm going to pack right now. And I do remember that I was like, hey, I got some boxes. Do you want a couple for you to just like, I don't know, pack your things and I will be packing mine? And you're like, no, leave it there. Like, leave the boxes there.
Yeah.
And I remember I had like my things packed.
Yeah.
But your things were just waiting for that
moment to
quote-unquote
arrive.
transitional month.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah. Let's see.
Very therapeutic, this conversation.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I'm not getting to know anything that I didn't already know about myself. I'm just reaffirming stuff.
Let's see. Cody Winnicky was saying that right there is why I just fold and not put away. I spend all day folding laundry and put mine and the kids away. But as soon as my wife sees it, she starts refolding her clothes a different way.
I know. There's something. If something can cripple, a person or a partner, let's call it that, because it is about personality. But if something can cripple a partner, it is you thinking that you're doing a job well, and you thinking like, I'm doing this for them, so I'm gonna talk like, as if I'm doing something for Danny. I'm gonna be like, my brain is like, I'm gonna do something nice for Danny, and it can be, again, the most menial of tasks, like the most nothing of nothing, and you do it. And
put
Danny's
the shirts
like,
on top of the folded shirts.
Oh, thank you. You're so nice. But there's always pause. Then these go over here. And remember, I don't fold in like twos. I fold in threes.
But you know me, and I never say
And
that to you. I just say thank you.
Yeah.
And then
you just
I have
mumble the other.
I have like 2 days of things like that in the closet. Because I just don't want to be ungrateful. And then I'm like, now it's time to go back to how it really is. How it has to be.
And you're very nice. And you're like, look, maybe not at the moment. So you don't, I won't interpret it as you being like completely ungrateful. But you're gonna be
no,
like,
I'm never ungrateful.
Hey, look, look, I'm folding clothes. Oh, do you want to see how I fold my clothes? Like, look, it's so simple. And I do this, and then you're teaching me how to fold clothes, and I'm like, I already know how to fold clothes.
No.
I folded clothes.
No,
I was folding clothes when you were Stardust.
I was telling you when we did that. I was telling you because
this is how
when
I
you
fold
had to.
clothes.
I mean, and we're getting personal, but when you had to fold my underwear, you didn't, because you had no idea how to fold.
I don't have
underwear.
I need tweezers. I need tweezers for that.
So I told you, this is how you fold underwear, just
I think
for you
I do
to
a
know.
Decent job.
So now you do it. I mean, now you fold underwear, because then, I mean, sometimes I just had to go out. For example, I had to go to FedEx, and I came back and everything was folded, which was amazing. And then there was a mountain with my underwear. And I was always like, thank you. But I mean, it's not that hard to fold underwear.
No, but it's just some clothes they almost feel like they're not meant to be folded. They're just like, no structure to it.
Let's see. So, Elijah Kelly was saying, painting this is a really bold choicini.
Oh, there we go.
Elijah was saying, hello,
somebody
Nico,
acknowledging
Danny, Killian,
Boldini.
everybody.
Somebody acknowledging
No,
Boldini,
there were people
at least.
acknowledging, but we've just been like jumping around the comments. So I have to go back in a sec.
Go back to something Boldini, and we can talk about Boldini.
So I'm going to
finally.
first read all the things related to the conversations we were having.
Okay.
So Catherine Peremsky was saying, ironing is very soothing. It was for you.
I mean,
it was your pandemic hobby.
I guess. I mean, I don't want to go back to it. Even if it was soothing, and if you told me, do you want to get back to it? I'd be like, no, of course not. No, it's ironing. Who cares about ironing?
Volantera was saying, no one remembers the painter Timidini. So no Boldini, but Timidini.
Oh, that's terrible.
Dolfo was saying, hello guys, hi chat. Hey Dolfo, how are you? Liad was saying, bye Chad and Danny and Nicolas. I have
Bye,
to step
Liad.
away for a bit. Have
Oh.
a great day. Have a great day, you too,
Same
Liad.
to you.
Parting Mist was saying, I've been folding clothes like this since my mama was a baby. Let's see. So where were we?
I don't know. You tell me, Danielira.
I think we were talking about Sobres de Manila, and then we jumped
Yeah.
here.
Maybe you have to tell your past Danielira, past chat management Danielira, to be a little more organized so that future Danielira doesn't lose her place.
No, maybe I have to tell future Daniel Lira.
Maybe I have to tell future Nicholas to shut up.
Because telling past Daniel Lira makes nothing, because that already is in the
that
past,
already
so
happened.
that can't
yeah.
change. We always talk to future you. Malvinitías was saying, está diciendo, si había venido a saludar de los primeros streams de este año,
Gracias.
Nico no me olvidó.
Nunca.
Fue ese capítulo en donde Nicolás dijo que mi nombre le hacía recordar a la isla de
A las Malvinas.
a las Malvinas, pero en pequeño.
Argentina.
Ay, sí, que yo dije, que tú dijiste Malvinitías, como el Malvinas, pero chiquita. Y yo dije
Malvinitas.
que si no, Malvinitas, y yo dije, es Malvinitías.
Yo sé que
Y yo
yo
dije,
siempre
Malvinitías como las Malvinas de las tías.
maldigo a mis tías. Sí.
No. Daniel Martins was saying, oh meu Deus, Boldini.
Obrigado.
Cody Winnicky was saying, doing well, haha. I am not a very classy guy, and I don't have class today either. I teach every Thursday and Friday, and also one Saturday a month. Today I'm just cleaning the house and enjoying OPL. Oh, that's nice.
Very nice.
What chore are you in today
Oof.
of the cleaning house project, Cody? So this conversation was just like a fitted ring to Cody. Como anillo al dedo.
Fitted ring. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a you know, I don't even know if that's a saying.
Is it?
If that's an expression.
So maybe
it fits
someone
like
No, it was like a fitted ring to you. It fits like
It
a
falls.
fitted ring.
It falls. Le cayó como anillo al dedo.
It's Audrey who's saying, hola, what's your preferred surface to paint on?
Oh, Audrey, right now, paper for sure.
Raw paper.
Yeah.
Carla Anglada was saying, hi everyone. Hey Carla.
It's either, I have to be honest, it's either going to be just raw paper or very, very nice linen. So let's be, I was going to say let's be inclusive, but not really, because who has the money to buy very expensive linen? But
Cody Winnicky was saying way before,
uh-huh.
are you going to
Happy
keep
New
the
Year.
word bubble in there? I won't try to sway you one way or the other, except maybe telepathically.
It's already kind of covered.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that they were saying
Yeah, it's
before.
already kind of covered. So maybe we did ruin it, but I did think about it. That is the sad effect that Ashley Wood had on me. That I if I always see a word bubble, I'm always like, I gotta keep it. This is good.
Miguel Díaz dice, hola desde Finlandia otra vez.
Miguel.
¿Finlandia o Finlandia? Miguel no nos respondió. Marcelo Peralta was saying, great live yesterday. I was on and off and missed the second half, but caught up today and it was really good. After we solved the AI problem for good, we got to some very inspiring real talk. Oh yeah, the day before yesterday we were talking about AI.
Yeah, some truth bombs.
And Cody was saying, did it get solved, Marcelo? That's good to hear. Ha ha ha. And Marcelo was saying, and since that subject is solved for good, we don't have to go back to it ever. LOL.
Ever again.
And Marcelo was saying, right, Cody? And Cody was saying, I don't know. Nothing. Carla Anglada was saying, I really like your mug, Danny. Thank you, Carla. It was a gift from
Nah, she's telling me about your
Olgira.
face.
My mugshot?
No. Mug. I mean,
It was a joke. So, no, because they were talking about the mug, because I had the mug at the beginning.
yeah, carry it with you all the time.
So, this
Face.
one was a gift from Olgita, Nicolas' mom. And it is like this, Carla, for you to see. And it has the holder. I don't know how to call that. It is a brush.
The asa.
La oreja del pocillo. The
La
ear
asa.
of the mug.
¿Tú le dices la oreja? La asa.
No,
¿No le dices la asa?
no,
No.
la oreja le digo yo.
La asa.
Cesar Ramirez was
Cesar.
saying, looks like that one Edison photograph.
Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like every dude from like late 1900s, I feel. Late 1800s.
Parting Mist was saying, hooray for black tea.
Oh, yeah. Best. The best.
And Liad was saying, did Danny buy a coffee maker? Oh, Liad, so you weren't here. And now you're not here. But
Future
maybe you
Liad.
can, future Liad.
Yeah.
I did buy the pour over thing for like $2. And it's great. It's been great. Easy to clean. Time efficient. Great coffee.
Okay.
So, 10 out of 10. Marcial was saying, hey, you two. Hey, Marcial. Elaine Shukri was saying, morning all.
Elaine.
Hey, Elaine. Good morning. Not morning, but afternoon for us. Let's see. Cody Winnicky was saying, probably a logistical nightmare, but when you said direct an animated film, I just imagine an OPL animation, kinda
Candlelight
like-
dinner. What?
kinda like Finding Vincent,
Oof, no. Oh,
where
Jesus
all of
Christ.
us paint 1 or 2 keyframes to make animation. Would be so cool. It's like a
Oof.
lifelong project.
No, if there's enough people involved and clear enough, I would say clear enough layouts
Oof.
and clear enough instructions, you could pull it off. But they would have to be like paint by numbers. That's the only thing. Like if it would have to be one of these like internet projects where it's completely based on like directions, then the more clarity you have on what you're doing, the better. So it would have to be very, very simple. I think it would look very postery. Or maybe people could be very loose with their direction, with their execution.
Luis del Pino dice, buen día en América, noches para España, Europa. ¿Cómo están Dani y Nicolás?
Muy bien,
¿Puedo
gracias.
preguntar si Nico usa referencias para pintar o es un mixing de varias fotos? Gracias.
No, normalmente sí uso referencia. Hay veces que sí mezclo fotografías. Pero digamos que como yo me crié, eduqué y creo que todavía tengo como la espinita de ilustrador. Entonces, seguramente en las imágenes que hago siempre hay fidelidad hacia el referente que he conseguido o hacia los referentes que he conseguido y disposición de adaptarlos a la imagen que quiero hacer. Entonces siempre es como una mezcla entre esas dos, diría yo. ¿Te toca llamar a los bomberos, Samu?
Sí, estaba.
Ah, bueno.
Cody Winnicky was saying, I cleaned the kids' bathroom earlier, which was disgusting.
Always is, yes.
And now I'm cleaning the kitchen. Later is the guest bathroom and the studio. Yeah, here, Samuel Fair's bathroom is always like a different ecosystem.
No, but I have to say, like, I'm going to be super honest. Ours is the one that gets the dirtiest?
You know what? I feel that it's
Their
not
bathroom.
properly ventilated, so
Yeah.
it gets like humidity.
Yeah,
Because
but
imagine
ours is the
that,
biggest pain.
like combining that with their bathroom,
oh yeah, if they had our bathroom,
we would
then
have like a new species every day.
life.
Yeah.
Life is born. But no, incredibly, their bathroom, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Well, if you
Not
talk
bad.
about
Well,
yeah.
I'm not saying that you could perform surgery in there.
No.
Like you could,
No, I'm saying
you
if
could
you
build like
talk about
nanotechnology in there, no, but
the ¿cómo se dice baldosas? The tiles? Yeah, so tiles and everything like walls and ceiling
Yeah.
wise, yes. But all the rest,
So the actual bath,
the actual
the toilet, you mean?
yeah. And the lavamanos.
But are there, would you ever consider, anyone else's toilet, like if you had to clean it, like if it hasn't been cleaned, would you ever go like, "Oh, this is so clean." Like no, a dirty toilet is a dirty toilet. Like there's no way it won't smell like pee.
No, I know, but a kid's bathroom is like
Oh yeah, they're disgusting.
specifically
No.
terrible. Like
yes.
it's like 10 times worse than a bathroom itself.
Yeah, but
it's like
but I just
it has like everything going on.
Yeah, it's just that I don't like. For me, it's like it's just always gonna be bad. I mean, not bad as in oh my god, like what is, falling from the ceiling? No, not it's not that, but
it's always bad room.
it's always you always have to like disinfect everything. You always have to like clean
joke?
and disinfect everything. It was terrible.
got my
I'm just
joke?
moving. That's why I'm moving super quickly.
It's always the
no.
bad
oh,
room.
and you
Bad
did it
room
again.
to
Oh,
clean.
3 times. 3 times.
Bad room.
Bad joke.
Let's see. Luis Fernando Bernal dice, hola, qué bueno verlos. Veo que la paleta casi siempre gravita en abanicos de café. Feliz día. Feliz
pero
día.
hoy es amarillo, azul y
Sí,
amarillo, rojo, azul.
Sí, igual esto fue hace bastante, entonces no sé.
Sí, estoy pintando neutro, o sea, para aceptar también eso, estoy pintando con tonos neutros, pero sí, es pero estoy como aceptando también el tono así medio vintage, como del referente.
Yo no
Y,
hay referente ahorita puesto.
bueno, pues.
¿Lo pongo? Es que
si
no sabía, no sé dónde está.
Si quieres, debe estar en no sé, en
Correo.
Downloads. No, en correo no lo mandé, Lindita, qué pena. Qué pena.
¿Cómo iba entonces a ponerlo?
Exacto.
Te sorprendes.
No, pero no, en ningún
¿Por
momento pensé
qué?
que lo ibas a poner.
¿Por qué?
What?
Estoy molestando. No lo veo, entonces.
Sí, imagínense a Boldini.
Sí. So Catherine Peramsky was saying Winsor Newton makes a thinner too, in addition to water-soluble medium, and it's good, but it's not the same as Terps or OMS.
Right.
Cody Winnicky was saying you can use them with no medium, which would be more what they're used to anyway.
Right. So the reason that I wouldn't, and in my painting, it's kind of obvious that I would be probably using it with no medium because that's how I tend to paint most of my things. The reason was that I thought, I have a chance now to do washes without really, worrying about the use of solvent. So maybe that's where my brain was, like wanting to go back to doing some washes because now I felt I had the chance. But I very quickly realized that no, that I really didn't. So
Andres Garces was saying, my daughter is asking if you will pick up Chili so she can see her. Her name is Elena. She says, please. Elena, so Chili is sleeping. So I'm going to try and move the camera. Oh, maybe I can do the same thing I did before, which is take the zoom out. So you can see her moving her little ear. But she's sleeping, so I don't know if I can. Maybe there. Maybe you can see her there. Because I don't want to wake her up.
She's had like a tough day, like
A lot of
a
exercise.
lot of running, and she didn't really rest that much. So
Yeah, she's stretching and she's asleep again. Uh, Andres Garces was saying, she says, thank you. She's so cute. No, that's so nice. I love that you
we're watching
think she's
together.
cute. Yeah, and that you are
Yeah.
watching together, Elena. We are so happy to have you here. And maybe another day I can put her, or
In
today
a
if she
box
wakes
and
up,
mail it to you.
I could put her in the camera so she can say hi. Maybe she's waking up. Let's see. Maybe you can see her there. Yes, better. Let's see. Andres was saying, gracias, we are so happy to be here too. Ay,
De
gracias.
nada.
Gracias a ustedes por estar acá. Marcelo Peralta was saying, bye everyone. Going to the Central Market. Happy hour. It's
Nice.
Samba night today.
Ooh.
XOXO. Ooh, Marcelo. Gonna get some cardio with the Samba night. Felipe Neves was saying, está diciendo hola. Hola, Felipe. ¿Qué tal? So how's it going?
You're asking me or
Chile.
Oh,
of course you.
woof 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 woof. Good. I wanted to do something with the portrait, like something strange in terms of color, but I haven't really decided what I want to do. So, because for me, it's always interesting to have the chance to and especially when I'm working with a kind of primary color palette, to push hues, like to have and especially one primary color palette that it's not hyper saturated. Like my origin is not super saturated. You could for sure think of other palettes that could be way more saturated than this one. But I always like to have a bit of fun with having this kind of source material. Well, now right now my red looks like crap, but
what red?
yeah, right. But so I'm trying to think what I could do, like for the portrait. So we'll see. But everything else, no, it's good. It's good. I mean, painting a suit is always like super nice because it has like a bunch of structure to it. So you can kind of push that structure, but there's always like gesture also to it. And you can always try to sort of play a game, which is what I tend to do, which is kind of trying to find the body that's underneath the suit or the, whatever piece of clothing you're wearing. Like it's always super nice to find the structure underneath. So I just imagine like his big belly here. It's just super nice. Or his hand kind of folded in his pocket. It's just again, making it enjoyable for yourself. So making it interesting for yourself. So
Pranche, I don't know how to say it.
I think you did a good
saying
job.
Boldini.
Yeah.
Yes, Boldini. Boldini.
He's one of my favorites. I really, every time I have the opportunity to look at his work, like, and just spend time looking at his work, he is tremendous. The thing is, he almost like became like this. Well, no, he didn't become this, but he enjoyed being like a high society, painter. In the same way, you could argue that Sargent enjoyed being like a high society, painter. He just wanted to paint that little aspect of society, and he was comfortable doing that, and that's totally fine. Some people don't like Sargent because of that. It's like, oh, he painted rich people. Great, great. Who wants more of that, in painting? But I think that that's like a small aspect of Boldini. But I'm way more interested, in his in the type of painting that he did that looks more like or is more reminiscent of like Fortuny or Meissonier.
Mm-hmm.
He when he went to France, Boldini, he worked with the art dealer that worked with Meissonier and with Fortuny. So that's why there's a lot of these. Some people like call it like pastiche painting, like a lot of these like Ottocento paintings that were very, they look and feel like that. Like a Charles Bargue, also Bargue also did some of these paintings. Meissonier, Fortuny, Madrazo. They were doing these gorgeous, like smaller paintings of this kind of everyday but slash exotic life, of like a higher society, maybe, or maybe it was the inside of a painter's studio, and they're painting a painting alongside the model. There's so many similarities between those painters that that's what I love. That sort of work is what I absolutely adore from them, and from all of them, to be completely honest. The brushier work, the more work, the work that probably gives name to Boldini, that's like fencing with a brush, and it's excessively, almost to a point, gestural. I don't care much for that work. I really don't. I think it's a little too much. I think it's noisy for me. But I'm guessing that that's the niche that he found, and they understood it as being, I don't know, exotic in some way, or I don't know. But it's a little too much for me, if I have to be perfectly honest. But no one will ever be able to deny that underneath all that pomp that became his latter work, there was just a tremendous painter underneath, like a tremendous painter. So I always choose that the everyday life Boldini is just, as good as you could paint.
Yeah,
I
well,
really really feel that.
And it does resonate a lot more with your sensibility towards the act of painting, like those kind of subjects too.
Yeah, it was funny because they were painted with the hopes of like collectors saying like, oh, look at how quaint this little street is, but Boldini could paint a horse like nobody else. You could say the same about Meissonier, for example. Boldini could paint the crap out of a horse, but he also painted like a horse crapping, like literally on the street, like, and that's Boldini. Like that, there's a little bit of like just this, where you could sense this fascination with everyday life, and it wasn't just about creating this little product that rich people were going to enjoy, but it was about being truly fascinated with all the cobblestones, and with how things felt and almost like smelled, and it was, I really do think he's a terrific genre painter. He really really was. Again, you have to take that for what it is, because that was a market. That was a very 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 wealthy, very healthy market at that point. But I think he did it as good as you could ever do it. So
Felipe Neves estaba diciendo, ayer escuché que quería ser figurativo y también soy artista figurativo y estuve de acuerdo con lo que dijo sobre lo abstracto. En el live stream de antes de ayer, quizás.
Pero
que estábamos hablando, no sé si recuerdas.
Ayúdame, contextualízame.
Sí, que estaban hablando sobre cómo en algunas academias Creo que estaba hablando una persona de
ya.
España,
Sí, ya.
como ella y la amiga sentían que como que la academia tenía como,
Unos intereses
como, exacto,
que eran
esa era la palabra.
excluyentes de las personas o sí, de las personas que podían estar como gravitando hacia la
Espera, un
pintura o
paréntesis
hacia...
rápido. Elena, si sigues aquí, te presento a Chili. La voy a llevar a la camita a que se duerma, pero ella es Chili. Saluda, Elena. Un
Uy, ¿sí crees
bostezo
que ya
para
se va a
Elena.
dormir?
Sí, sí, va a dormir más.
No, te creo. Sí, yo siempre he sido un pintor figurativo, siempre. O sea, siempre me ha interesado la pintura y dentro de la pintura siempre me ha interesado ser un pintor figurativo. Eh, entonces, eso yo lo he tenido súper claro desde hace muchísimo tiempo. No tuve la fortuna de no, sí, la fortuna, de no tener tampoco resistencia ante esa decisión. Entonces, creo que fui como muy afortunado en ese sentido. En, en particular, como en cuanto al apoyo que encontré institucionalmente en la escuela en donde aprendí. 5 y pico, sí, 5 y pichito.
Andrés Garcés dice, hola Chili. Hola Chili, chao Chili. Sí, yo estoy segura que se duerme otro ratico. Debe estar cansada. Peace Rose was saying, trying to slow down and relax while painting. I adjusted using the palette knife, and finally, after several attempts, liked what I saw. I'm learning so much from you. Thanks. Oh, that's so nice from Rose.
Can I send you something, Danny?
Yeah? Me?
No, because Fer sent me something.
Oh.
So could you read? Could you listen to?
Yeah.
Because you have to listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I forwarded to you because I don't know what she's probably saying. It could probably be nothing. It could be like, Dad, you don't know what happened today. So while you do that, let me see. I'm trying to think of, I initially wanted to do like a Sin City, yellower face, but I already painted Fer with her yellower face in that sunflower painting, and it made sense with the sunflowers, and it made sense that the sunflowers were dead, and it made sense for her face to be more saturated, and I kind of thought that she was draining some of the yellowness from those sunflowers. So I thought that was like a cool idea. In here, if I paint them yellow, it would just be because I can, and that's about it. Just because I kind of want to make it interesting or whatever that means. So I don't know, but I would want to push his color in some way. And I could go pink or redder, but I did paint my mother with, I did do a painting of my mother with a reddish hands and reddish face, like exaggerated reddish face.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not entirely sure of what I want. I could go yellow still and just go with it.
Or like super cold too.
Like,
I don't know if it would be.
But it's a little too samey.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know if it's gonna be.
Because there's a lot of like, violety grays here that would look nice with that yellow. Let's go yellow.
Go.
Yeah, let's go yellow.
So no, everything's fine. I didn't get the first message.
First one. Did she send another one?
No, you sent two.
No, I sent one.
Two.
I think I sent one. I'm sorry.
One that was like, yeah, I'm going. So
Okay.
I didn't get that. And the other one, no, she's fine.
Okay, great.
He was just.
No, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
If she's okay.
It was more.
Yeah,
She
fair.
telling you something. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's perfect.
Carla Anglada was saying, I love Boldini's relaxed pose. And with your painting, I can feel the weight of him and the roundness of his belly.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
It's
So
so
good.
cool how you say about finding the figure that is beneath all the
Right,
clothing.
right.
I think that's very cool because sometimes I can't see how. I mean, then that has happened to me a lot of times that you just get so enamored by the shapes
Yeah.
that you just kind of forget what they are describing.
Yeah, or what is causing them,
What
I would
exactly?
say.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
that's probably more in tune of what happens with the body in reference of how it manifests itself through
Mm-hmm.
the clothes. You know, the body is what's making the clothes drape in a certain way,
Yeah.
or I mean, obviously clothes have structure.
Yeah, but they are laying on top
Exactly.
of a
So
figure. So, Peace Rose was saying, Daniela, love your hairstyle today. Oh, thank you so much. Uh, that is so nice, Peace Rose. It is a ponytail because I my hair wasn't um
clean.
clean to well, it wasn't.
I went with clean. I didn't know. I didn't really
No, no,
know.
no,
That
no. But
sounded.
no,
I
you're
just went
good.
with something
No, no,
dumb.
no. You're good with it because you know that I sometimes use like a ponytail when my hair is not uh like helping me out.
I just thought it because it looked good. I think you look great with
No,
a
no.
ponytail.
Yes, thank you. No, I really like it, but the thing is that sometimes I use like a foam or something to
Mm-hmm.
hold the hair down
Yeah.
or like a gel or whatever. So I always try to do it with messy hair or like
Messy's hair. How
well,
did you
no,
get
I
Messy's
haven't
hair?
done a ponytail too messy. Not
Okay.
yet. But yeah, I always try to do it because then, I mean, if you put like a lot of product on your hair and it's clean, then you'll have to wash it the next day.
Yeah.
So I just use it sometimes to stretch a day. Uh, and then, so all this to say that thank you and that tomorrow I'll be washing my hair.
There we go.
Yeah. Let's see. Carla Anglada was saying before, I see sweet chili. Yes. He was being very sweet. But the thing is that I have to move a bit and like she can't sleep that good. I know that she loves sleeping like when you hold her or when I hold her.
Oh yeah, but that is a chore.
No, I mean I have to say I can't do it when I am uh in the computer.
Yeah, I can't.
But sometimes she just moves and puts her head on my arm.
Yeah.
So I just try to move the trackpad. Like I just try
Oh
to
no,
move it
you're
very
too
slow
nice.
so I
Yeah.
don't like wake her up.
Yeah.
But then I
No.
just have to move her around. So
No, I get like I feel like my arm is about to fall apart.
yeah. Cuz you also get you stay very rigid
Yeah,
when
that's
you
the
have
thing.
her.
I think I always, instead of relaxing, I'm always like under pressure.
Oh, I'm always relaxed when I have her.
No, no.
And I've even seen that maybe you try to move her, but you just move her like not forcing her, but you are very stiff while you move her.
Yeah.
So she's always like, because
Yeah.
sometimes I have like my legs crossed and I
Yeah.
just uncross them.
I can't. For
So
me,
she
it's
just,
a
like,
whole
moves.
production to
Oh
uncross
yeah,
my legs.
yeah, for you it's like an
No,
hour.
no, no, no. I need the move. We need to call the movers
Yeah.
for me to uncross my legs.
Yeah, you need transition month.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not only for moving, but or
For
for
literally
every
for
move.
moving.
For
Yeah.
every move, let's say. So, José María Pugelli dice: Hola Dani Nicolás, Chili y familia ampliada. Algo que admiro mucho de Nico es el timing para pintar, la velocidad para manchar y luego la deliberación en cada pincelada. Uy,
Muy amable. Eso
suena
suena.
como un review de 5 estrellas
Sí.
de los
Sí.
videos.
3-8.
Gracias por acompañarnos. Acá, José María Pugelli. Si yo digo Puyeli, ¿tú en qué piensas?
Puchero.
Ah, no, yo en Puyol. Pensé que ibas a pensar en
No,
Puyol.
no, no, en un puchero.
Dofo was saying, do you choose reference based on what you live in the moment?
Yes.
Oh, you like in the moment? Yeah. So do you choose reference based on what you like in the moment?
I would say yes. I would say short, easy, nice answer is yes.
Mm,
And also, like in this case, like as with yesterday's case, if it's a reference that just could serve as an excuse to reflect upon like a talented artist, and how I can interiorize what they have done and see if I can make it part of my own work, then I love it. It's almost like an opportunity of learning about them, about yourself, while doing a painting. So I'm always willing to use those opportunities wisely, I feel.
I was looking back on the comments, and I don't
Yeah.
know why I never saw this comment.
Yeah. Past
Shannon?
Danny, note to self.
No, again, future Danny.
Be
'cause
more
you can't
diligent.
talk to past Danny. She can't hear.
That's what we think. Maybe.
Shannon Vaught was saying, yay, finally made it to alive. The painting looks great so far.
Thank you.
So, hey, Shannon, and I'm sorry I haven't seen your comment before.
Maybe President Shannon is like, no, you ruined it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah,
now.
never mind.
Yeah, thanks.
Never mind.
Erase.
Terrible timing for reading that comment. Unsubscribe.
Yeah. What to do? I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know why you're laughing.
No, I'm
I mean,
laughing, but I'm trying to also figure out what to do with what I have here, which is very cool, but also very challenging. Just to know, I think if I overwork it, it's gone. Like it's ruined. So I have to think. Let me think while I put more white on the palette, which I do need. Not an excuse. I'm not making time. I actually need more white.
How would you title right now the painting?
Oh. Do you have something in mind? You probably have like a play of words in mind, and that's why you're asking.
Bright yellow. I don't know if it's gonna sound weird.
It's probably gonna sound terrible. Go ahead.
Bulbini.
Bulbini?
Like a bulb.
Okay, light bulbini.
Bulbini.
It's not bad.
No.
It's not bad. I mean, I'm not ashamed of the suggestion, so.
Bulbini.
Maybe if you say it enough times, yes.
Bulbini.
No, I'm saying yes, I'm going to run away from it, but.
Parting Mist.
Yeah.
Was saying, are you really even sure there is a past Danny? Maybe memories are just part of the existence of now. Maybe this is the first second of existence and comes as what I sometimes call the complete package. Look at this parting mist.
Yeah. Yeah, too much.
Chain of thought.
Yeah. I'd much rather think that there is a past Danny, and that's it. Leave it at that.
Or, yeah, it's just the present branching out.
No,
and
see?
We're just jumping
overwhelmed.
between branches.
Abort.
And Parting Mist was saying, yeah, I'm pretty Boldini too.
Oh my God.
Andres Garces was saying, Nicolas.
Andres.
Do you feel that you have an intuitive grasp of perspective when you're drawing now? I've tried to copy some of your paintings and I find the perspective fascinating and a great challenge. The slight turn of a head and the rotation around the face, amazing.
I think so. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. I would be horrified if somebody would tell me that they were going to study, how my forms turn in space, because I do think that I'm very capricious about some things, or I'm willing to take risks that I don't even understand at the time. But what I have learned how to do with myself is to trust kind of like those instincts a little bit, which is very hard to quantify. Like if I would have to try to explain why I'm doing certain decisions, I think in many ways I can narrate my thought process, but most of the time my thought process is not clear. It's not really like, okay, I'm doing this because of this and this and this. It's like I have clarity as to what I think I want, but I very rarely have clarity as to how it's, how I think it's going to look. Or I don't know. I always think it just falls beyond my control. So when I make decisions, it's a surprise. It's really like a roll of the dice for me many times. And I just think I've gotten used to dealing with things as they happen. Like just recognizing what is working for me and what isn't working, what has potential then to become something interesting, and when I should just say nope, I'm struggling too much with this and it's just not working. Let's go back to a place. Let's take the image back to a place that it leaves room for me to understand what I'm doing once again. I think that's my process, I would say. Yeah, I wouldn't categorize it any other way, to be totally honest with you. But it is very intuitive. I have to say it is very, very intuitive.
Do you have a title idea now?
No, well, not Bulbini. I think you want me to double down on your Bulbini. I don't know if I want to. No. Let me think. Let me think, because I have to. Right now, if I'm being super honest,
No, you have
Daniela,
to think about the painting.
I'm thinking of the shadow mask for the face.
And I'm thinking about another name.
I
So
100% know you are, for sure. Yeah.
Andres Garces was saying, copying your work and Kim Jung Gi has been great for learning more about perspective.
Oh, you're very, very kind. I don't know. I think mine is a far more expressive use of, like, looser use of space. Kim Jung Gi knew exactly what he was doing with perspective, but me, I hate to say it, but compared to him, I kind of make it up as I go along. So I'm flattered that you're studying both of us, but yeah.
Dofo was saying Yelini, LOL. So as in yellow.
Oh, they're getting worse. This is what you
Andres
started.
Garces was saying LOL.
No,
Wasn't
see?
that bad. Yelini.
See how collectively
So what else? What else?
because the humor just reaches such a low, people start to accept
maybe
it as
they're
valid.
Like, okay, it can't get lower than that.
Oh,
so
you
let
know
me
the
try.
depths of humor, Danny, so it can get lower.
I want to see more. Mm,
That's your
Oh, yeah. No, but I'm gonna let her sleep because she needs drops. The drops.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, I dropped.
Still?
Yeah. Catherine Peremsky was saying Goldini.
Okay.
I like that too.
No, and you
Boldini.
act like you're so amused by, like, terrible,
Yelini.
terrible.
Bulbini. Let's go.
Are you searching for another thing,
In
like
my
in
brain,
your,
in my
your
brain, yeah. I don't know why. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God,
let's
no.
go.
I heard your brain. I like heard it. Like, I heard the gears in your brain.
Parting Mist was saying lasagnalini is a whole genre of humor.
Okay,
Okay, so that was a huge branching out, but keep them going. Um,
I'll allow it only because of lasagna cadaver, which is, staple, like OPL staple, but that's the only reason.
well, but I mean, Lasagnolini Cadaver would be terrible as a title for this, because
I'm not even contemplating it as a title. No, don't get me wrong. Just somebody in OPL acknowledging lasagna is just good. That to me is like, okay, you're a fan.
no, but
Uh,
also because we're talking about Boldini always in past tense, so it wouldn't be a good play of words.
I don't even know where you're at, Danny. This is
Lasagnolini Cadaver.
yeah, no, but no. I'm not like I really am not humoring any of this. I'm sorry.
No, it's not
This
humor.
is terrible. I need to be if you want me on your side, I need to be convinced because this is terrible. This is a massacre.
Duffo was saying Boldieli.
Oh, now it's just now
Boldielidini.
people are just putting words together.
Maybe I'm biased, but I think that the best one is Bolbini.
Why would that be? Who said that one?
I don't know
No,
her
I
name.
don't remember.
She's very intelligent.
We have to look outside.
Very good humor, you know?
Okay, not ringing any bells for sure then.
Oh, Chili is like passed away. Passed out.
I know.
sorry.
Bad humor does that to her. Now that we know, we know what you have to do every night.
So I just have to keep you talking so she can sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And do that laugh too. Jose Maria Pugelli was saying Uriboldini.
Oh my God! They just.
Uriboldini sounds like a medicine. Uriboldini.
Oh no! Now it's just anything.
For your
Now you guys are just saying
urinary
anything.
tract infection.
Ah, Jesus Christ! What?
It sounds like a medicine.
Like a urinary tract infection medicine?
Yeah. Well,
Antibiotics would be.
Carla Anglada was saying Blondini, or I know boring, but Jean Yellow in French.
Jean, yeah.
Jean. I love that people are.
They're actually contemplating.
playing,
Yeah.
Please subscribe. This is a great moment
No.
if you want to keep the humor going.
Keep the humor dying. Yeah. Keep
Subscribe.
killing.
Like and subscribe. We can start a poll.
No. Don't do this.
No, I mean the polls haven't been that bad. The Q&A has been terrible. Also, because I don't know if people can see the Q&A, because I always do a Q&A.
Another reason for not to do
and
it.
people answer in the chat, and then in the Q&A we just have like one.
See? One more
comment.
reason to not do it at all.
And one time I was like, oh, it could be anonymous. And people were answering in the chat. So, of course, it wasn't anonymous.
No.
So, yeah. Elijah Kelly was saying Lord Lemonini.
Jesus Christ. Now
And
it's-
Carla was saying, oh, so good, Elijah.
Oh my. This is not even.
Low standards. Low standards.
Yeah, but you're the one
Carla.
who you're completely in charge of lowering them.
Well, Imparting Mist was saying LOL.
No, the fact that other people are not like, hoping or pushing you so that you up your standards doesn't mean that it's okay to do any of this.
So if you have any painting
Class,
questions. Class?
Yeah, Cody.
No. So Cody said that he has no class.
I know. Maybe we're learning a lot about, the OPL family today.
Andres Garces was saying Lemon Baldini. So
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
does anyone have any painting question or any name suggestion for the painting? So let's keep those two open to see if people want to just
Yeah.
give more suggestions or talk about painting. Who wants to talk about painting, Nicolas?
I actually would right now,
I actually would.
Oh. I would. I wouldn't mind just to get us out of here. You know me. I'm always like ready to avoid talking about painting if
So-
it gets us somewhere.
Dolfo was asking, why yellow?
Because the suit was has like this kind of purple tone to it. So, if we are going to take advantage of complementaries, we could push one. We could make one push the other. So that's the easy reason of why yellow.
Jeff Akoff was saying, Hola Dani, hola Nico, Dani y Chile desde Perth, Western Australia.
Yeah, Australia.
Very busy couple of weeks of work travel, but it's nice to be awake while you're live.
That is awesome.
And how has the travel been? How is Australia, Jeff?
Jeff, has there been
Globetrotter.
Yeah, a continent that you haven't visited? I want to know because I'm pretty sure you have a good record of travel under your belt. So
Yeah. And like constant traveling.
Yeah.
Dolfo was saying seat of compliments. So maybe that's the title?
What?
I don't know. Espérate, voy a... Elijah was
Yeah.
saying this question is for Nicolini.
Oh my God.
Is that a blob of queen magenta on the lowest
Yes.
paint
Yes.
on the right?
Yes. I was using it to. What was I drawing with it? Do you remember?
No.
'Cause I don't remember that well either. I was making some drawing marks over something recently.
Oh, the high key painting.
No.
Was it?
No, I actually mixed yellow with a tiny bit of cad red. It does feel darker,
Mm-hmm.
but it's only because the rest of the painting is so much lighter.
What else was it? Because I'm trying to
Yeah, I drew
guess.
something.
Because I don't know.
What did I draw? Forget.
Mm,
What did I draw again? I don't remember.
I'm trying to see. Nope. No, I don't know.
Which ones do I have there?
So this one, which I thought it was
That's not it.
this one, that of course not,
No.
and this one.
Oh, that's the one. Yes, Fer. The one of Fer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Yeah. So.
And Elijah was saying Queen Magentini. Sorry.
Oh my! I'm not even using magenta. At least be on brand, people. Please.
Well, I mean, but it makes sense because
No, like the one
Elijah
thing it doesn't
was
do
saying
is make sense.
before Lord Lemonini and Queen Magentini.
Yeah.
So Lord and Queen. Thank you. Jeff was saying nice and warm here compared to home in the Netherlands. I've not been to Antarctica yet. Hopefully someday.
Okay. That should be in your bucket list.
Yeah.
Not many people can travel the world.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing.
Parting Mist was saying gotta have something for the boost of saturation.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
And I don't know how you guys do it, but there is a talent there because they actually get worse and worse
yeah.
with time. So
I mean, that's the OPL talent.
yeah.
Worst humor ever. Dolfo was saying, what do you think about when choosing a title? What do you think? Maybe what do you think about when you choose a title? So you just
I like it.
you don't pay attention to.
No, I actually do.
No, I was
I'm
gonna make a
fairly-
joke.
I
You
know, but
don't
I'm
pay attention
not in
to the
joking mood.
suggestinis.
I'm not in joking mood, Danny Lira. Just to show you how serious I am with titles. No, I like it. I think words paired with an image can be interesting. Can be a fun play. It doesn't have to make the work. I'm not like Hearst, let's say, that first thinks of a title and then develops a work to fit the title, or he saves the title up for like future works. Um, no, not I'm not that, you know, enamored by a title, but I am interested in it. I do feel that it has to in some way um play off of something that's happening in the picture or evoke something that's outside of the picture, or I don't know. I do like to try and think of something that can be an interesting companion to the painting. And I'm pretty good at, well, not pretty good, but I enjoy searching for single words instead of just, you know, maybe sentences or like longer ideas. I like something more, a little more compact, like little compact titles, I feel.
Mm, Peace Rose was saying, can you draw and paint artist Fairfield Porter sometime in the future?
Oh, I would
He's
love
a
to. I
favorite of mine.
adore him.
He is absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
I adore him. Louise Dodd. Oh my God. They're incredible.
Mm, Andres Garces was saying, that yellow is very lemonini. I can almost taste the tart lemon of his bald head.
Okay, now it's getting. Now we're opening up some other doors, I feel.
Catherine Peramsky was saying, I also love Fairfield Porter.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
Jeff Akoff was saying, Kevin McPherson and his wife Wanda just got back from Antarctica and he did some killer paintings along the trip.
Oh, no way. We have a friend, a former student of mine that actually lived here in the building that we live.
Yeah, I was going to say
So
former neighbor.
let's say former neighbor.
That's what I just said. Why were
We
you
could even
repeating?
say Daniel
Why were you repeating
former neighbor.
slowly what I just said?
Yeah, he went to Antarctica recently for as part of a project that had to do with a Colombian base that is in there. That's
Yeah.
there.
Like the farthest away livable.
That's the
Point.
farthest. Yeah, that's the farthest livable place on Earth.
Yes.
Down south.
Yes. César Daza dice, me recuerda. Dime.
No. I was grumbling because I tried to do something that didn't quite work.
Me recuerda al capítulo de Los Simpsons donde Marge tiene que pintar al señor
Oh
Burns.
God! Sorry. No, you can finish the idea. I'm sorry. I'm just like.
Ya la terminé.
No, que tiene que pintar al señor Burns.
Ajá.
Sí, ya me acuerdo del capítulo, sí.
Esa es.
Ah.
Ese es el comentario. Andrés Garcés was saying,
Yeah.
will you talk a little about small shifts in value to describe changes in form? And I like the way the color is pushing into his neck.
Yeah, I think a lot of my painting is about that. A lot of my painting. It's about the way, the subtleties of form turning into space. I think most painters, most figurative painters, and most let's say naturalist painters, we all love that. We love people, but we love people that sort of occupy a space. So it's not just about painting a person, but it's about painting a person that's in space. And the reflection about space and its relationship with a human being is a fascinating one. So I love that, and I love to either push or just think about those things in very narrow places. So what I mean by narrow places is that when for example other painters would push the relationship between light and shade, like the bigger masses of light and shade, I'm always caught up like in the middle of that relationship, and I love tones that generate transitions. So I actually stay way more time in like these little spaces that are almost non-spaces, like they don't really matter in the grand let's say effort to try to have form, read as three-dimensional. I like those little spaces, and I tend to stay there for a long time, or I tend to make them the object of my painting. So yeah, so the way in which I kind of do that, or I'm able to do that, is by finding tiny little shifts. So many times it's by realizing that there is a change in value, but it's a negligible change in value. So let's say it's a half a step change in value, but I try to concentrate within that half a step change. I try to concentrate on changes in hue. So I try to look for as much variety in hue as I can, to sort of offset the fact that I'm going to work in a very narrow place. I think that if I had to describe how I work, it's probably that, or I don't know. Maybe that's a terrible description, but I would say, because it's very hard to describe how one paints, but I would say that that's how I paint. I feel very, very comfortable in that very narrow place.
Jeff Akoff was saying, for sure, master of subtleties. Those compressed values are one of the things that make your work unique and beautiful. And Parting Mist was saying, love chatting and joking. Painting is going great. Till the next time.
Bye. Have a great afternoon, day.
Yeah, have a great day, Parting Mist. Catherine Poremski was saying, do you guys like Noah Davis? Yes. Do you?
Could you remind me?
The American painter. There's one painting that I do remember a lot, which is about like a person in a camouflage suit.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah.
So let me see. So like this, maybe, I don't know if you can see there.
Yeah. Very nice.
But
very nice.
This one's very nice too. I like this one a
nice,
lot.
Very nice.
Like a standing figure. Let me see. Camouflage. Camouflage, maybe. Camouflage. Painting. I'm sure about that painting. Oh, this one, look.
Yeah.
Just like very like open.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay, see. Roxana Top was saying, no, that's a great description. Ritual Tattoo dice re-rolos, pa. Sí, re-rolos.
Pues de aquí somos.
Sí. Re-rolos.
Sí.
Yo incluso digo el resto de las cosas como cantaditas. Como así, como... ¿No te parece? ¿Sí? ¿Qué? Así súper rolo. Manuel Sousa dice, yo y mi novia estamos mirando el mismo video, pero en salas diferentes.
No,
Jajaja.
qué
María
grandes.
Aramu. Lo máximo.
Sí, 2 likes, por
2
favor.
likes, 2 subscribe.
Sí,
por
por
favor,
favor.
Manuel.
Y si lo están haciendo con la misma cuenta, ¿qué están haciendo?
Y si lo están haciendo con datos, de pronto ahí se dan cuenta cuál tiene mejor internet. De pronto uno tiene un delay y el otro... No. Gracias.
No, lindita.
Manuel dice, listo. Listo el like, listo el subscribe. César Daza dice, me recuerda a uno de los retratos de Winston Churchill.
Sí.
Por cierto, si no fuera amarillo, ¿qué otro color utilizaría?
No, pensé que me iba a ir con algo más tradicional, si no iba como a exagerar como este matiz, si soy muy sincero.
Sergi Arts dice, hola. La Sergi. ¿Qué cuenta Sergi? ¿Qué hace el Sergi? Y Sergi Arts dice, oh my god, pintando los Simpsons. El amarillo siempre ahora se asocia
No, es
con...
muy, muy difícil para
Sí.
nosotros no asociarlo.
Sí. Sí. Cizañas.
No, mi amor, pero
Diría ritual tattoo. Mentira, no, yo ni sé. De pronto son como, uy, ¿qué le pasa?
¿qué le pasa? Sí, yo voy a decir qué le pasa.
Ush,
¿Qué pasa, vieja?
confianzuda.
Pitos.
Y Sergi Arts dice, jajaja, no, pero se ve muy buena la pintura, sobre todo el traje, tremendo.
Muchas gracias, Sergi. ¿Qué cuenta?
Marcelo Peralta was saying hi and bye. Marcelo, I thought you were dancing right now. What are you doing here? Go to your samba happy hour.
¿Qué querrá decir eso, ah?
You drink and dance, I guess. So it's happy hour for drinking and dancing.
Maybe tomorrow Marcelo can tell us what exactly is Samba Happy Hour.
And Marcelo Peralta, before saying hi and bye,
Yeah?
was saying Frank Miller's That Yellow Bastard.
Yeah. We sort of referenced that at the beginning.
Y Ritual Tattoo dice, me da vibes al chabón de Sin City.
Eso.
O sea, también,
Bueno,
sí.
ahí estamos todos.
Y dice, al chabón amarillo de Sin City con fluidos extraños y tal.
Bueno.
Peace Rose was saying canary. I see a little yellow canary flying in the corner.
Canary.
Canary or canary.
Yeah.
La manchita.
Oh.
Is it in the palette or is it because maybe it's where you put like
or is
your
it dead?
I don't know your finger imprint in the paper?
Oh no, I don't think so.
In the paper.
Yeah, it's these.
No, on top.
What? Where?
In the
there?
white, yeah.
That's like blue. How can they see a canary? Yellow canary in a blue.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a canary. So that's why. Oh, so Peace Rose was saying no in my imagination. Okay, so Sergi Arts dice ando.
Oh my God! Who let the goats out?
Who let the goats out?
Yeah.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
Sergi Arts was saying, estaba diciendo ando bien. Empezado el año Muy bien con los encargos y vendiendo bastante. Y estoy
Grande,
viendo
grande.
vuelos para ir a la expo de Kenyo en Antwerp.
¡Uy, qué bueno!
Y qué bueno que haya empezado bien el año, Sergi. Sarah Stanoeska was saying, hello, just want to say that this stream is inspiring me to paint again after 4 months of creativity block, and I want to express my appreciation.
Oh, that's
oh,
very
that's so
nice of you.
nice. Sarah,
Sarah,
we are so happy that
Sarah.
you can go back to painting. As we were saying some streams before, painting and like art in general is always waiting for you whenever you just want to go back.
Just for you, Sarah.
Just for you. Yeah. Not you, Sergi.
No, everyone
just
else.
Sarah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. And Marcelo, go dance. What are you doing
The
here?
only thing he's good for.
Let's see. No, todavía falta.
Can I fuck? Yeah.
What?
No, well, not can I fuck. Like that's something else.
Nicolas.
But can I curse? Can I say fuck? Because I had a hand that was better, and it's kind of gone now.
Nicolas.
Yeah, no. I wasn't asking. You know, if I was
no,
given
just
the
let it there. Yeah. Sarah was sending a heart emoji.
Okay.
Dolfo was sending a sad face. Why are you sad, Dolfo? Let's see. Elijah was saying Jesus. Yeah, and Dolfo was sending some eyes, open eyes. Yeah, everything got weird. So thank you everyone for joining us.
No, it was a genuine question.
So what were you saying? You had a better hand, and
yeah, when I did it with like nothing, it was better. And then I tried to like just put more to it, and I think I ruined it. So now we have to sort of find it. Samu, ¿todo bien? I think he's fine.
Catch a Fire was saying, greetings y'all. Swear as much as you blooming like. And a happy face.
Yeah. No, this...
I don't swear, to be honest, that much. Not that much.
When you play games, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it like in my daily basis? No, I don't.
No.
Do you want me to go?
No, not at all. Don't worry.
Maybe he's just like struggling to keep his room together.
I think he's alive. He's fine.
So are you gonna leave the Boldini?
The what?
Boldini.
Oh, I'm still thinking about it, you know? I'm not super sure.
Because it's Boldini now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Fuck me. Jesus. I mean, it's a hand, but it's not a cool hand, and it doesn't make sense with the rest. So that's why I think I'm struggling. Samu! ¿Todo bien?
And Davo was saying, oh, by the way, I missed you guys yesterday.
Oh, no, we weren't here, so had to do a lot of the packing for today. So yeah, so yesterday we couldn't. It's just, you know, at times we have like schedules that allow us to be super consistent. But there's also times that we know that as much as we would want to be here every day, every waking hour, which I I have to say, I'm not just saying this because it's what we do, but it's also like what we enjoy. So, um,
But we also need, and I think that we've been trying to understand that, like that sometimes we need time to do other things work related.
yeah,
So if we try to be here but also do all the other work stuff, it's just way too much.
yeah,
So sometimes we just need to like take a day to address all the different things we have to do for work, and we'll be back the next day.
yeah, yeah. Trying to think, and I totally agree with you. Sorry, Danny.
No, don't worry.
I like that better. That's super loose, but at least it ties the looseness from the bottom with the introduction of yellow. Then this
Yes.
one's just like two strokes, which is good because this is very like simple, like very, very simple up there. So that also kind of works. Um, I wonder if it's better to just leave that open. It has like a um I mean, I'm always gonna hope that it has something of this just because I love it, but like a Mike Mignola, it looks like a screw-on head, you know, alternate cover or something. I kind of like it. I kind of like that. Um, but I don't know if it would work if I left that.
What if you leave one part open? Because you could do, I mean, if
No,
it's
I
like
think,
a sitting pose, you
but
could
I
do
think if
like
I no, but I think you know what? I won't.
like the
Um,
line. I'm thinking about the line you did
like
all
that.
to the, no, well, okay.
Yeah, now I'm done. No, I'm sorry because I was
Now I was
already
going
super
to say
convinced.
just like all to the right of that line. Oh, I have to go.
Okay,
I'll
thank
be
you.
back in a sec. No, don't worry.
Yeah, no, as Danny just goes and picks up Fer. But no, I was thinking and that competes a lot still with the yellow, I feel. So we look at Chili. Chili notices that Danny leaves and she starts like yelping. Look at her. I could be here and she's like, "Yeah, you're here, but you're not good enough." Oh, look at her. She feels like abandoned if Danny's not here. Me, negligible, like forgettable. Chili. So yeah, so I'm sorry. Now this having all this space would compete with that yellow. I want the yellow to be kind of important there. So, but what we can do is just make this slightly bit darker, slightly bit like it's still like a very earthy background, but this would be a little bit. I wish I could take, if I could stand up and take Chili out of her little bed, I would. I can't. I'm like strapped in here. So for everyone that knows, I can barely move. But Danny's gonna be up in like a second. Oye, o sea, saliste y está chillando, pero. Hola, mi Fer. Oh, it looks like as if that was a cigarette. Can we pull off like a cigarette? As if he had like a cigarette? Would it be dumb? Like how it would be like right here.
Was she was she like screaming?
Oh, like yelping like crazy. I was saying like if I leave, oh, she's fine.
No, you know what's the thing that I was like
That she loves you more.
looking, no. I was looking at her like right before I stepped out. So
Yeah.
maybe she thought I was gonna grab her, and then I
Yeah.
run out. Run out.
Yeah, she's
So
like,
she
"Wait,
was like,
what happened?
"What?
Abandoned."
Where are you?" Now she's licking my ear.
¿Cómo te
Um
fue? Bien? Dime.
eh Peace Rose was saying
Ahorita me muestras.
the hand has motion now, which looks like he's moving it. And Peace Rose was saying, no cigarette. Glass of bourbon.
Or bourbon?
Bourbon.
No, yeah, but I went with cigarette. I went with like a little shape of like, what could be like a cigarette. I don't know. Maybe it's dumb, and maybe it's a little stupid. But
I'm
let's
gonna
see.
step out for 1 second because I
Sure,
do
sure.
feel that she needs the drops.
Oh, okay. No, the only reason I thought of this like a dumb little cigarette is because I was leaving these little spaces open, and they just kind of made it kind of felt smoky, and it was a way of integrating some of the voids in the paper that I it is places because I have been asked from people like by people like, why do I leave certain spots and how do I assess which spots to leave? I don't have like a good answer for that. Like when to leave them. It's very instinctual, I would say. I kind of feel it out and know if it's a good place to leave it, and it's a constant assessment of my other strokes and how those empty spaces look and feel, and the rhythm they provide for my other strokes. So I never really know until I have enough decisions together to know if they're going to work or not. But
Mm, Ritual Tattoo estaba
mhm.
diciendo cuál es la referencia del retrato. Ahí les sigo parcialmente. Está bueno escuchar otras voces mientras estoy también dibujando algo easy.
Muy bien, muy bien. Es una foto, si buscan, o sea, fotos de Giovanni Boldini hay relativamente pocas, pero si buscan fotografía Giovanni Boldini ahí seguramente estará entre las que les salen ahí.
Eh,
Eh,
Vato was saying hello, Nicolas and Danielle. So, Daniela.
mm,
I need some advice. I'm currently applying to art school in the US as an international student.
yeah.
I know it's a vague question, but do you think art schools are worth it?
So if I use my experience to base, so if I base my answer solely on my experience, I would say 100% yes. 100% yes. I had an amazing time studying. I had incredible fellow like students. We all pushed each other, beautifully. We were part, I would say, of a generation that was really, really exciting. A lot of the people that I studied with, went and did amazing things when they finished school, and all of them, in very many different like fields of art. So I would say yes, it's incredibly exciting, and when you have the right experience, it just feels like a no-brainer. It just feels like it does what it's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to put you with or alongside people that are incredibly talented, and you are all questioning things and learning at the same time. So it's pretty amazing. It really is amazing. Um, but when I factor in, so there was a but coming here. When I factor in the cost, for example, of education, the current cost of I would say, most private art schools in the U.S. or around the world also, um, they are very, very, very expensive. And I don't know if when you do like a cost um, benefit um, like equation, you you can make you can make a good argument for the excessive cost of quality education. You really can't make a good argument for it. It's just not. There's no way it's worth it when you factor in like the amount of people that the percentage of people that end up getting, let's say, the jobs that they want, and not only the jobs that they want, but they get paid the money that they want, or the money that they need to recover the student debt that they acquired. When you factor in those things, you realize, okay, it's looking like a worse and worse picture. And when I look at everything sort of integrally, I would say no, it's not. Like, we live in a moment where we can get good education sort of piecemeal, because there's so much good stuff around the internet. You have to pay for it, but there's so much good stuff around that's not an opportunity that people had, let's say, 20 years ago. So you can take advantage of that opportunity nowadays for sure. You are going to make sacrifices. Also, that is also quite evident. But I don't know. I still, if you ask me now, the only reason I would say yes, it's a good idea, is if you have the money to afford it. And I'm never going to demonize people that have the money to afford it. Like, that's awesome. You're very lucky. You're blessed, and that's great. And your family probably worked really hard so that they could, provide you with that. And that's really beautiful. Like, that is great. But for most people, I would say, I don't know. Take a long, hard look at the costs, and take a long, hard look at what the industry that you want to be a part of looks like. Take a look at how much they pay you as soon as you graduate. And if all of those things, meet your expectation, great. But if when you start to realize that it's going to be way harder than you think, then I'm not saying don't be an artist. Like, 100% be an artist. Like, become like a kick-ass artist. It's just that you don't have to put yourself through hell.
And be in debt.
Yeah, and be in debt for the next 15 to 20 years with jobs that maybe don't allow you to pay your debt in a kind of efficient fashion. I would say, I don't know, you can choose a better future instead of just being constantly stressed out about, paying all that amount of money that you owe. So,
Yeah, also because of what we were talking about some time ago, of how when you want to educate yourself in art,
yeah.
it's something that it's not like medicine that you have to have a degree, but you can learn in so many different ways.
Yes.
That if maybe you don't have the financial situation to pay for your education without stressing afterwards or while you're studying about how you can pay the next semester or the materials or everything, you would be better off by deciding to learn in a different way. Because you can go to workshops, or you can do virtual courses, or you can
Yeah.
just
nowadays
learn.
online education can be just as solid as anything you could find in college.
Yes, and now you can be not only self-taught, as in you trying to gather all the information, but you can find ways to have like a guided education without it being by enrolling to a university. So you can go and look for those places where you can have some courses, or you can have like some feedback of what you do if you need that, if you feel like you need that. And you have like tons of tools too in the internet. So
but if you can afford it, again, if you can afford it, then go ahead. I would say yes, go ahead.
Oh, and Vato was saying, sorry for mistyping your name, Daniela. No, don't worry. It's fine.
No, chilly, but she's fine.
Ritual Tattoo dice, ¿ustedes cada cuánto se lavan el pelito?
¿Yo?
Yo hoy que tenía mucho calor, odio el calor, necesito tratamiento con urgencia. Yo me lo trato de lavar, no, a ver, yo me lo lavo un día sí, un día no. Me lo lavaba un día sí, un día no. Ahora trato de lavármelo un día sí, 2 días no. Y Nicolás...
Yo no tengo pelo, entonces...
Igual te lo lavas todos los días.
Pues, o sea, tengo un champú de uso diario para mi cuero cabelludo, pero tengo la bendición de no tener que fastidiarme con pensar qué hacer con mi pelo.
Déjame y te digo, ¿tú sabías que uno lo que limpia es el cuero cabelludo? Uno no limpia el pelo, por eso el shampoo va acá y no en el largo del pelo.
Bueno, entonces digamos que estamos haciendo lo mismo, pero yo no tengo que lidiar con la preocupación de cómo se ve mi pelo o cómo... No. Libre como el viento.
Dofo was asking, do you only paint on paper? Why?
Oh, no. Like, historically, I've painted on... You name it, I've painted on it. So, no. This is a choice. This is entirely by choice. And the reason that I decided on this particular substrate is just that it really echoes a lot of the things that I love as a painter. So, like, the way I have to deal with paint on paper just really showcases, you know, what I love as a painter. So that's why I'm very, very happy to keep painting on paper.
Andres Garces was saying, I'd love to join a workshop with you sometime.
Oh, thank you.
How do we find out when you will offer them?
So usually on Instagram, yeah, like our channels, like we do use our lives to communicate information, but it's usually our Instagram that where we just share most of the information of things that are going on. But thank you for asking. There is one that's coming up. I'm currently teaching a color course right now.
An online course?
Yeah. And there is going to be one coming up that is going to have to do with composition and design. So
yeah, and that would be in our webpage.
Yes. The way to acquire it would be on our webpage, and for the people that are interested, we have 12 spots available, only 12. So it's a, you know, it feels big enough so that people can learn from each other, and small enough so that you can all get input from me personally. And it feels like, you know, like somebody is actually looking at your work, which is something that I've always thought any sort of workshop or course or any sort of teaching has to feel like, which is that you don't feel like there's a generic comment that is just applied to you or to everyone in class, but that, you know, whomever is in charge of the workshop is actually speaking to you and your needs, and
understands your process,
right?
Like your process as an artist, but also your process throughout the course, which I
Yes.
think is very important. Peace Rose was saying composition and design sounds incredible.
Thank you.
Catherine Poremsky was saying one thing that's hard outside of school is finding opportunities for critiques.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I said that there's also like those what I tried to describe as guided education,
Yeah.
which is a place where, for example, in an online course, you can have the feedback from the person you're learning from, and also the person you're attending the course with, as you were saying.
Yeah. I'm really very, very pleasantly surprised by how beautiful the interaction has been in the discourse that we set up for the class. Because that's where we all share like process picks and doubts and things that we consider challenges or that we consider accomplishments. And it's you really do have a sense of community there, and people just, because we are trying to solve problems, all of us, and I include myself because I do all the exercises that I have everyone do, I also do myself. So in that sense, I'm a very active part of the class. And I think that's the place that can kind of make up for what would be a virtual classroom, what would be the lost classroom, I'm sorry, that you wouldn't attend to if you were attending. No, like the classroom that you would lose if you were attending a physical school.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I think I wasn't expressing that well.
No, don't worry. Andres Garces was saying, I missed the answer about how we find out when you will offer workshops. Sorry. So, Andres, a quick summary. The workshops, like the in-person workshops on Instagram. And Nicolas was mentioning that now he is teaching an online course, and he is going to offer a new one that is going to be about composition and design. It is an 8-week course online, and it's going to be offered in our webpage, ourpaintedlives.com. Chili's biting her tail viciously.
Like dogs do.
Yeah.
Oh, I cut the paper. Wow. There's nothing as sharp as a palette knife. Jesus Christ. And especially older ones that you've used for a while.
Because they get like thinner in
they
the borders.
Yeah.
So.
If somebody came into the apartment, like, forget our butcher knives.
Oh,
I'm grabbing this bad boy.
I mean, if
I'm like,
we
paper cuts.
We have steak and it's too hard to cut.
Yeah,
palette knife. I mean.
Yeah. I think I cut it right there. That's funny.
Don't even think about the cadmium in the palette knife. Just use it for the pick.
Yeah, slow death. Just put some cadmium in there and just like be palette, paper cut.
Yeah. Well, at least
Wait
that you're
10
not
years.
Gonna...
You're going to rob me tonight. But in 10 years, cadmium is out to get you.
I was talking about cutting the meat.
Oh no, I was still thinking of the burglar. Yeah. So, yeah. So, Danielira, I think I'm good. I think I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was fun. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. It's kind of like the same energy as that the Merritt Chase painting that we did a couple days ago.
WMC.
What the hell? I used like freaking 20 brushes. Like, how do I do this?
And look at your hands.
I know. Bismuth, right? Am I right? Bismuth, like cause of death, bismuth. Um, yeah, but it's fun. I hope that the pose is there, that like, sort of relaxed, kind of like this belly protruding, and then this arm just kind of hanging. I hope that everything is there.
Even
And
like the hand, I'm sorry, inside the pocket,
yeah, yeah.
which I
Oh,
love.
that little
Yeah,
bit. That
I
little
love
bit
it.
is nice. Um a little bit of the collar kind of, oh, fuck me. A little bit of the collar sticking out. No, no, no. I touched it.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
um but I like it. I like the decisions and the makeup. And this is cheeky. Like the cigarette there, I know it's kind of cheeky, but I thought this could be smoke, and I just like, whatever. It's subtle enough that it doesn't matter, but it's kind of cheeky enough that it makes it interesting. So I left it. I left it. Um but I like that. I mean, bismuth yellow, Jesus Christ. It's not doing the job, in all honesty. Like, a very bad use of color, or you could tell when people are lazy about color, let's say, better, when you just let the color do things by itself. And you could say, well, you just put like a big ass mass of yellow there. Just, maybe that is letting bismuth do, be exciting by itself. And I would say, yes, it's a gorgeous color by itself. But trust me, when you see it in the palette, it's just bismuth, right? So it doesn't really do much when you see it in the palette. You just see grays, like, maybe purple grays or greener grays or more orangey grays that you get when you mix all of them, like you make tertiaries out of your primary color palette. But when you see it here or up here, it doesn't do much, because the color by itself doesn't mean anything. You could imagine it being lively, or you could just apply whatever sort of color perception you have, and just impose it onto the color, and it's going to mean something very subjective to you. But aside from those things, color by itself, it's really nothing. So a color, for a color to have a sense of place, the best way that it can achieve that is through a painting. Because why through a painting? Because we can actively control every single color that's going to be surrounding that color. So a lot of this purpley grays are just the perfect, place to showcase the yellowness of that yellow. That's a very weird thing to say when we are describing complementary colors. Like, the purple brings out the yellowness of yellow, like the quality of being yellow that yellow intrinsically has. Such an abstract way of referring to color, but colors are very abstract ideas. So that is the best we can do. The best we can, the best manner in which we can try to explain why complementaries work is just because they do. For some reason, colors that are opposing each other in this version of color wheel that we've decided to accept as the norm, they push each other. They actually help the human eye understand how contrasty they are when put together. So one color is going to make the other color more available to us. We acknowledge the other color way more. So in a sea of green, if we have like a little red dot, all that green is helping us point, is helping our eyes kind of, thrust themselves towards that red. And we are going to acknowledge the redness of that red even more than when it's surrounded by other hues. That is the beauty of complementary colors. It's a very strange, almost like irrational thing to try to explain, but it works. It obviously has to do with our eyes, like human eyes, and the way we perceive light, but it works. It is what it is. And you know what the perfect proof of it working is? Painting. When you see paintings where those relationships work, then you are immediately convinced of the power of organizing color, of putting one mass of color right next to another one. I think that it is not just yellow doing its own yellow thing. It is yellow being surrounded by this violet gray, and then yellow sort of inundating the space that surrounds it. So it does so here in more expressive terms, that it doesn't hold its own like perimeter. The shape has these parameters that are enclosing it, and when you decide that it has to go past those parameters, then color starts to become part of the space that surrounds it. It has an effect on the space that surrounds it. So it can be more expressive and looser and a bit more abstract, like what's going on with the hand. It could be an introduction of that coarse, sort of abrupt yellowness, as we're doing with that little bit of hand. And suddenly we get to the portrait that is completely being... like its own rules are being set by that yellowness. The shadow mass, the value of that shadow mass, all of it is set by the fact that it is, the light part of that portrait is being depicted by that yellow. So it not only affects how we're going to describe the volume, turning in space, so what our light looks like and what our shadow looks like, it also affects what is happening with our background. So a lot of that yellow is actually seeping into the background. So that's why the background becomes more orangey, more green, just because that yellow is like saying, hey, I'm so strong that I cannot be contained by a shape. I'm actually bouncing off of a shape, like seeping through into the atmosphere, from this shape. So the color is almost color as origin, as cause, and then a lot of what's surrounding it is the effect of it being so strong. So I think that's kind of what we were going for here. I mean, I didn't really know what I was going for. I just wanted to think about Boldini for a little bit. But I think that's where we landed, and it's pretty cool. I'd say it's pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with it. So any closing comments,
yes.
Daniel Lira?
So
Yeah.
Pankernik was saying, estaba diciendo, llegué re tarde, pero por lo menos pude ver a Chili.
Ah, bueno. No, la pintura vale chimba, pero bueno, gracias, Chili.
Catherine Poremski.
Yeah,
saying,
Catherine.
So bold.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So bold.
Yeah, bad humor doesn't die.
Carla Anglada was saying, very cool. And a closing question.
Oh, please.
So Dofo was asking.
Yes.
So what's the title?
Oh. What's the limonagrio? What's in English?
Oh. A ver.
Sí, de Hora de Aventura. What's his name in English?
Ya te digo. Pero Fer le juega y luego. A ver, el conde limonagrio.
Ajá.
No, espera. Adventure Time.
Dime, no.
I think it's Earl of Lemon Grab.
Earl of Lemon
Grab.
Lemon Grab? Okay. So if we called it Geo of Lemon Grab.
Geo of Lemon Grab? I like it.
I think that's it.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
That's the title. Geo of Lemon Grab.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah. Yes. So I was going to say yes and the C.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. 1999 once you're back.
Boy.
Yeah, right.
So thank you everyone for joining us.
Yes.
Remember, if you like what we do, if you like the paintings, they are available
for purchase
at our webpage, which is
paintedlives.com.
You can see the link. Well,
there's not a link.
You can.
Can you put a link in the description?
You have the link in the description,
Okay.
but you also have just the words that you can type.
There's the
in
words.
the searcher. So www.ourpaintedlives.com.
Yeah.
We do have Instagram.
World Wide Web.
We do have
People
Instagram.
love to type instead of just clicking a link.
But yeah, I mean, we
Yeah,
do have.
no,
No,
people
you
love.
can. So
People
click
love
the
it.
link.
We love it.
Click the
Old
link.
school.
I
Where's
was
my
gonna say,
typewriter?
we also have Instagrams, Daniela OCMP and Nicolas Uribe.
Yeah.
And
Please
if
type.
you can see
Please
the
type those on
description,
Google.
if you can see
Please type those
In
followed
our-
by Instagram.
in our info, in our profiles, you can also click there, and you can be like a click away of our webpage.
How many clicks, Danny?
There.
How many clicks away are they?
And
I have counted 20 clicks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you can do the 21
So if you want to
by
follow
going
us,
to
you gotta
TikTok.
earn it.
TikTok.
You have to earn it.
TikTok or Painted Lives.
Yeah.
So you can be our follower number 10.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you all.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
Always.
To have your company
Yeah.
for our deep and not that deep conversations.
I thought it was deep.
So, yeah.
I thought so.
It was deep as a yellow submarine, you will say.
Oh, Jesus,
Terrible.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, you can subscribe.
Oh, I think we said
That would be-
already. Oh, no,
No?
not to subscribe. Yeah, please
Please
subscribe.
pay attention.
Please subscribe. Ring that bell so you get notified whenever we're live.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Give a like, a share. I don't know. I think that's very helpful. That people don't usually do that.
Word
but
of
you
mouth.
can share.
Slowly.
You can share our
we
videos.
love slow build-ups. So if you go to the store, just talk about us. No context. Just say, oh, I loved our Painted Lives.
and
and
if
then
you go
just
to a
leave.
store, as
Then
in
just
a
leave.
physical store,
Just plant
not
that
to
little
our
seed.
store. Don't
if
go
that
to our
lady-
paintedlives.com
If
and
that
say,
lady
"Oh."
follows us 20 years from now, when there's no YouTube, that's great. That's
or you
what we're
can
looking
share it,
for.
and maybe that same lady's gonna see it because they follow you
Oh,
on
Danny. Nah.
Instagram.
Danny, you're hitting like 100 today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you everyone for joining
Thank you
us,
all.
and we'll see you